Hello everybody and welcome to the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Rookie World Championship 2026, coming to you live from Budapest. And with me today, the man whose voice is louder than a rock concert, Mr. Troy Mannering, and
Howdy.
our amazing expert for the weekend, the silver medalist of the 2019 World Championship, Cassidy Shear.
Happy to be here. Looking forward to watching some timber sports.
Oh yes, we are ready to go.
We're going to see some timber sports, all right.
The venue, absolutely amazing. You're a big fan, right?
Yeah, I love the setup. You're out here in the middle of the water, surrounded by castles and other pageantry. I can't think of a great way to get this competition started.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see a little bit about how these guys qualified for this event right now. Check this out.
For the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Rookie World Championship, just 12 athletes under the age of 25 qualify from around the world. The qualification is based on performances in national competitions in their respective countries. The top athlete from the host nation automatically secures a spot in the competition. 4 overseas champions automatically qualify at their respective competitions, joined by the 7 best athletes from Europe who qualify through the rookie ranking. These 12 athletes then face off in 5 disciplines to determine who will be crowned the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Rookie World Champion.
This is how it works, but of course it's not just only us here in the studio. We also have a field reporter who's going to come to you live from this amazing stage, and his name is Laszlo. So Laszlo, take over. I hope you can hear us. We can definitely not see you yet. Oh, there.
Szép jó estét, Budapest! Sziasztok! A very good evening. Welcome to Budapest. We are here at the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Rookie World Championships 2026, here next to the Hero Square. We are going to be shortly welcoming our heroes, the TimberSport athletes. But before we start, we would like to introduce, of course, our very, very important judges. So, let me see if they are already ready. I hope they are ready because we are ready. Are you ready? Come on, let me hear your voices. Everybody is ready for the competition. 12 athletes from all around the world, and of course a local hero you're going to see tonight competing for the trophy, for the rookie trophy. And now we await our judges. They are going to play an important role, of course, tonight. Érkeznek a bíróink természetesen, hiszen ők is nagyon-nagyon fontos szerepet töltenek majd be ma este. Nem csak a versenyzők, hanem a bírók is ott lesznek bizony a verseny során. 12 sportoló, és aztán jöhetnek majd a többiek. Na nézzük akkor! So, first of all, welcome our Global Sports Director, Mr. Spike Milton! Köszöntsük a másik fontos sportigazgatónkat, another Global Sports Director from the United States, Nathan Waterfield! És köszöntsük következő bírunkat, our judge from Great Britain, Andy Hall! És van még egy bírónk, akit köszönhetünk ma este. Another judge from Italy, Mr. Alberto Corbetta. Benvenuto. Those judges are ready to score, and of course we are going to have video judges because everything is very, very important, very detailed tonight. So let's see who are your video judges tonight. First of them is from Romania, Radu Kazaku. And of course, sitting next to him, Jules Jansen from the Netherlands. We are eagerly waiting our athletes who are getting ready behind the scenes to come on site. Now the cloud is coming. That means our athletes are coming on stage, so please welcome from Australia, 2-time Team World Champion, Avatea Moore-Barrett. A very important night for him, of course. in the Rookie World Championship. Ausztrál versenyző, kétszeres csapatvilágbajnok egyébként. És akkor köszöntsük következő versenyzőket. Now next on stage, all the way from Austria, Simon Obertzaucher. Unser Athlet aus Österreich, herzlich willkommen. És akkor következik egy olyan fiatalember, aki lehet, hogy főszerepet fog játszani itt a ma este folyamán. Maybe the man to beat, who will see? Camille van Randonk from Belgium! Two-time Rookie Academy winner, 19 years of age. And now, Canadian Rookie Champion in 23 and 25, 23 years of age, Matthew Bard! Kanadai versenyzőnk, kétszer nyerte meg a kanadai újonc bajnokságot. Jön a következő versenyzőnk, next athlete from the Czech Republic, 18 years of age, Czech Rookie Champion 2025, Miroslav Vetrovec! Köszöntsétek nagyon nagy tapsal a francia versenyzőt. Now from France, 24 years of age, the French Rookie Champion, Antoine Estelon. Most pedig szóljon a taps a 22 éves brit versenyzőnek, 22 years of age, British Rookie Champion 2025 from Great Britain, Rowan Luxton! A világ másik végéről érkezett a 23 éves új-zélandi versenyző, all the way from the other side of the world, from New Zealand, 23 years of age, New Zealand Rookie Champion, Matthew Gower! A lengyel-magyar barátság jegyében érkezik a 22 éves from Poland, 22 years of age, Team World Championship bronze medalist in 2025, Nikolaj Grönwald! Jön egy német nyelvterületi regionális bajnok, 20 éves Svájcból, 20 years of age, German Regional Rookie Champion 2025, aus der Schweiz, Jeffrey Hübscher! A nagyvízen túról érkezik az amerikai versenyző, 23 years of age, the North American Stockster rookie record holder, Daniel Miner! És hallom a magyar közönség hangját, mert hogy szépen lassan érkezik az egyik helyi hősünk, sőt a helyi hősünk. Now one of the local heroes, and I want to hear the crowd now cheering for him, because he is the local hero. Itt vannak nagyon-nagyon sokan, akik költről neki szurkolnak. Az ember, akit csak úgy hívnak, hogy a favágó öcsi. Élete talán legnagyobb pillanata lesz ez a mai este. Probably the biggest moment in his life. Now let's welcome Urban Adam! Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a great show? If you are ready, we are ready. We are hoping for a great show. All the athletes are ready. And of course, they are hoping to have a big, big cheer from all of you. So let's give it up once again. Come on. And now I give you back to the studio.
Well, thank you, Laszlo, guys. One thing we haven't mentioned is the competition format. Cassidy, how does this work? How do you get to be the Rookie World Champion?
This is the rookie rounds format. We have 3 rounds. First 2 rounds, or first round, underhand stock saw, 10 points per event. After that, 4 guys are going to get cut. And then we're down to double points for the single buck and standing block chop. 2 more guys get cut for the final round. Springboard, 18 points. There's triple points in between each spacing. 6 guys will go. Whoever has the most points at the end will be our new Rookie World Champion.
The STIHL Timbersports Rookie International Championship competition. The International Rookie Championships are held in a 3-round elimination format. In the first round, all rookies compete in 2 disciplines, the underhand chop and the stock saw. The times achieved will be converted into points upon completion of each discipline. In round 1, a single point difference applies in each event. Thus, the fastest athlete receives points equal to the number of athletes in the competition, and the slowest only 1 point. Any rule infraction will result in a disqualification, and the athlete will receive 0 points for that discipline. At the end of the first round, the athletes with the lowest scores are eliminated. Only 8 athletes make it to the second round. In the second round, the remaining athletes compete in the standing block chop and the single buck for increased points. With 2 points difference between placings, the fastest athlete now receives 16 points and the slowest receives 2. The 2 athletes with the lowest total points are eliminated at the end of round 2. Only the top 6 reach the third round. In the third round, anything is still possible on the springboard, as an increased score of 3 points between positions applies in this final round. The fastest athlete can score 18 points in the springboard. The slowest receives 3 points. The athlete who achieves the highest total score across all 3 rounds is the new champion.
Well, I've definitely prepared my pen. I've got my pen out to make all the scores and put them down. Luckily, we've got PCs and computers that are going to do that. It sounds more complicated than it actually is, right?
Yeah, it's fairly straightforward.
Be honest.
But let's get into it now because you know, the only way to really play a game is to get into the game, and sometimes that's the only way to learn. And so we'll take a look at that first discipline and the tool and the discipline that we're going to be seeing here for the underhand chop. The axes used in timber sports definitely can't be bought at your local hardware store. Made from special steel, the blade is hand-sanded with an angle of 13 to 16 degrees. It's custom-built and carefully adjusted for each competition. The weight is around 3 kilos, and it's about 80 centimeters long. The blade is so sharp that you could shave with it. Underhand chop. In the past, the underhand chop technique was used to split logs. Standing on a horizontally anchored block, the athletes use an axe to cut through a 30-centimeter log. The block has to be worked from both sides.
So let's take a look at the start list of this underhand chop. In Heat 1, we're going to see Matt Gower take on Jeffrey Hübscher, followed by Danny Miner against Miroslav Vetrovic. Then we have Adam Urban against Simon Oberzauchner. In Heat 4, it's going to be Rowan Luxton versus Antoine Estelon. In Heat 5, Nikolai Grönwald against Matt Budd. And in Heat 6, Camille van Remdonk against Awata Moore Barrett. And that's going to be a banger.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting one to see because we were waiting, to see a lot and expecting a lot from Camille van Remdonk. But this Awatea Moore Barrett, he is a strong kid, and it's his first time appearance here, so I think the butterflies might play a role here, Cassidy, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, all these guys are rookies. They haven't been on the STIHL Timbersports international stage that much. In this first round, you can't win it. You can definitely lose it. I'm looking for the athletes who can make consistent, clean cuts in this first round.
That sounds brutal.
Yeah. I spoke with Awatea earlier on. I said, so are you nervous? And he's like, not really. Yeah, actually a little bit.
But he's been part of the World Championship team Australia for the last 2 years. So
he has, yeah. But
he's been there. He wasn't on stage, but he was there. So that's
So Matt Gower, Jeffrey Hupscher coming out now. So Jeffrey Hupscher, his dad's also part of the Timbersports family.
Swiss legend, yeah.
Swiss legend, absolutely. Looking at the world record there, 11.89 seconds in the underhand chop. Will we see a world record fall here today with the rain falling the way it is?
We could. The wood that I saw in the time trial earlier today was very soft, especially in the underhand. Look for Gower, Barrett, or Van Romdonk to potentially break the world record.
Athletes ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So again, these guys have to cut through that block from both sides. That means they're going to do about 8 to 10 cuts on the first side, switch over, and start working on that second side. And we already see Matt Gower onto his second side. Jeffrey Hupscher moved over to his second side a little bit after, I think about 5 or 6 drivers behind Matt. Oh my goodness gracious, look at that time. 17.72, a personal best for Matt Gower. That is an excellent time. Jeffrey Hupscher with a 23.07.
Yeah, that was a very clean cut by Gower. Looks like he went the standard 10 hits on the front, 8 in the back. All these boys from New Zealand, Australia, they are going to be cutting clean. They learn how to chop on hardwood, which is less forgiving. So their accuracy is usually spot on.
Congratulations! Both cuts are good.
We should point out during these competitions that the first times that we see are almost inevitably unofficial times until our competition control center gets the final push and we get those times locked in. We should also point out that it's not all about power. Accuracy plays a massive role here, correct?
Correct, yeah. If you're not presenting the axe correctly, you're just not going to cut as much wood as you should be. And not only are you trying to maintain the angle on the scarf, you're also trying to span the axe across the width of the log. So you're hanging a little bit of the axe out the bottom and on the top. That cuts the most wood each swing.
And in these slow-mos, especially here with Matt Gower on those first hits, you could see he hit at the top, then he hit at the bottom on the same side, then moved over to the other side, did the same, and that's where those, as we call them, chips are coming out of the block.
Correct. All these athletes will be chopping in a clockwise pattern or counterclockwise, but they're going to stay in that rotation until they get ready to put in the final hits on each side. And they turn around and start that same thing. Those first 4 opening hits on each side are some of the most important of the chop. That's what dictates the scarf angle and how many hits you think you'll end up going on that side.
Oh, and that's an influence on your rhythm as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now what we saw with Jeffrey Hupscher on this one as well is he tried on the last couple 3 drivers to get through the block. He might have left a little bit too much material there because it took him a couple 3 really hard drivers to get through it.
Correct. Block awareness is what we call it. Knowing how much wood you have left to chop and then picking your final hit pattern based on that observation. The best choppers are going to have good block awareness.
Well, the next 2, Daniel Miner and Miroslav Vetovic.
An interesting fact here is Daniel Miner currently lives and trains in Ketchikan, Alaska, the rainiest place in America.
Really?
He started licking his chops earlier when it started raining.
I bet he did. I was just going to say, this is absolutely his weather.
This is second hat to him.
His nickname is Dynamite.
Oh, yes.
Miroslav Vetrovic is a long,
big big boy.
Long boy. He's got some height to him, so
Okay, gentlemen.
advantage, disadvantage.
Athletes,
Height and
ready.
length is great for the
Stand
underhand.
to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, they are underway. Miroslav is all legs, actually, so he can really utilize that to his advantage. And he's got some pretty good pace getting in there right away, Cassidy. Daniel Miner switching over to that second side, about 1 or 2 drivers behind Miroslav. Miroslav really looking good here on this second side. We may well see him break that block first, and he does, in fact, do that. And our timer is stopped. I don't know why, and we'll get an updated time here as soon as our competition control center gets it back under control there. And Daniel Miner, I've got some strange numbers coming up on mine here, so we'll have to just wait until competition control center double checks that situation, and we'll tell you what the times are. But it was Miroslav Vetrovic getting that faster cut.
I saw a very clean cut from Miroslav. Everything happened how it should. He drove it off cleanly. Daniel Miner had some problems there. That axe did not like that
Okay,
wood. It was sticking
congratulations.
a lot,
Both cuts are good.
and he will not be happy with that time.
And he's got himself a national record, Miroslav, with an 18.94, so a really, really nice run. Daniel Miner's going to have a little bit of work cut out for him going into the next discipline.
Yeah, and the stock saw is not the event you want to try to make up time. That's where mistakes happen. So that's just an unfortunate cut for Daniel there.
Let's pick this apart a little bit here.
Yeah, you can see on that earlier, there, right there, Daniel's axe is just not free in the wood. He did not love the selection of axes he had coming in here.
And we're back to those first 4 cuts that you were talking about.
Yeah, they didn't penetrate and they weren't sticking. Whereas on the other hand, Miroslav, the axe is going right in, coming right back up, using that height, that length to generate a big arc. The further out you get that axe from your body, the axe speed increases exponentially, actually. A little known fact on centrifugal force there.
Okay.
Physics in the house.
Yeah, I get national record, by the way, if the time that I've just received is correct. So that 18.94 for Miroslav would give him a national record.
Yeah,
I can be very pleased with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And that national record puts him currently in second in the underhand chop as well as the overall. So because this is our first discipline here, let's not forget too, we have those first 2 disciplines, then we're going to eliminate some athletes from our rankings here.
Correct. In this rookie rounds format, there is no room to take an event off. You need those points every round to avoid getting cut.
So the local hero about to enter the stage. Oh, and listen to the crowd. Brilliant.
I love it. And that's going to give him a real boost. Pretty evenly matched up as far as their personal bests, 21.42 to 20.68. So the tail of the tape doesn't really tell us much here. So it's going to come down to who's on for the evening.
Yeah, and they know each other. Last year at the Dach competitions, Adam joined the Austrians, Germans, and Swiss. So they've done a bit of competition together.
Looks like Simon has his pre-chop routine there. Getting in the right frame of mind for the cut.
Gentlemen.
Very important.
Yeah, practicing with
Athletes,
Robert
ready.
Ebner at the moment. So
Stand
maybe
to
that's
your
something
timber.
that Robert told him to do, to
3,
get himself
2,
into
1,
the right rhythm.
go!
All right, Adam Urban got right in there really quick. Oh, a big sticky axe by him though. Simon Obertzaucher looking really good as he is chipping out nicely, moving over to the other side, slightly ahead of Urban. Urban on that second side, he got sticky again, but so did Obertzaucher. The two of them are sharing each other's sticky axes. Maybe need a little bit more grease on there, but it's going to be Adam Urban getting through in 22.68, and Obertzaucher does it in 26.14. Not bad at all.
It's a little surprising there. I thought Obertzaucher had him after the first side. It looks like he was having some trouble sticking the axe there on the final driving blows. Perhaps did not do enough work on the front side.
Adam did get a really sticky one on the first side as well, didn't he?
And people oftentimes wonder what causes the axe to stick.
Me, for instance.
Yeah, not having the right grind for the wood is part of it, but also when you don't present the axe correctly, it's harder to bring the axe out in the same way it came in.
Okay,
and that's how
congratulations.
you have an
Both
axe
cuts are good.
not stick, is to pull it out the same way that it went in.
It's also interesting
details.
because there's a lot of different axe choices out there. Half banana, banana, wedge, chisel.
The number of grinds are endless. The
Yeah.
number of angled edges you can put on, whether your axe has a hollow. It's a lot to keep track of, actually.
But is there an axe that generally an athlete will go to almost every time? I hear.
I mean, when in
Chisel.
doubt, go to a chisel, like
Yeah.
a 14 to 16 degree chisel is kind of the standard, especially on this hybrid poplar. But again, that's kind of an art form. You know, having an axe that is well prepared for the wood, being able to read the wood and know which axe to use, that's where the top pros really do separate themselves.
Nice view of the socks, by the way. Very special socks used in the underhand chop.
Yes, and I love seeing guys chop in Vans. I love that style. out there on stage.
That's very California.
So maybe with a bit of luck, we'll be able to get an interview after these slow motions.
Yeah, I think they were pulling Adam Urban over for an interview, so as soon as these slow motions are done, I believe we're going to go
look
down
at
and see
that.
him.
He's really loving this, isn't
Loving
he?
it, yeah.
So I'm here with local hero Adam Urban. I'm going to talk to him in Hungarian, and of course I'm going to translate. Ádám, ez az első nagyon nagy világversenyed. Milyen volt a kezdés? Hogy érzed ezt az első vágást?
Az első cél az megvan, az ellenfélt, akivel mentem, azt megvertem. Mondjuk az idő az nem a legjobb, de nem gáz, mert sokat edzettünk esőben, meg hóba, úgyhogy nem hiszem, hogy probléma lesz a következő versenyszámunkban se, úgyhogy megyünk tovább.
Oké, és akkor még egy kérdés. Itt vagy a hazai közönség előtt Budapesten, nagyon sokan támogatnak téged. Milyen érzés annyi közönség előtt fölépni itt a színpadon?
Valószínű, hogy a legjobb verseny életemben, ami lesz, vagy ami volt, úgyhogy nincs panasz.
Ádám, köszönöm szépen. So Adam has just said that this is a very important event for him. He started with the main ambition to beat his opponent, which of course was done. It's not the best time that he was hoping for, but still a good start. And of course, he's feeling the love of the Hungarian crowd. As just we are feeling the love of the Hungarian, but of course the whole crowd. So we are really, really pumped up for the competition, for the further events. So we are really, really looking forward for the continuation. Now back to the studio.
Oh, yes.
Laszlo looks like he's having some fun out there. I don't know who was more excited about that interview, Laszlo or Adam.
Yeah, but the crowd, I mean, look, it's raining and Budapest is still on fire.
Yeah.
Just love that. That's STIHL Timbersports.
You definitely have to hand it to that crowd. It's not necessarily warm out there right now, and it is raining, but
Not
they are
that
out there
comfortable, yeah.
cheering on their local boy Adam in that first round heat win.
Yeah, and at the moment, as you see from the standings there on the bottom right-hand side of your screen, Adam Urban currently sitting in third place just behind Miroslav and Matthew. So, yeah, he's in a good position right now. There's still quite a few athletes to go, but at the moment, he's standing strong.
Yeah, we're halfway through the heats. The next one is going to be Rowan Luxton taking on Antoine Estelon. So it's Great Britain versus France. And our crew is doing their best under these really difficult conditions to get the stage set for the next heat. Yeah, I think the view we have from here is amazing. And actually, I'm quite happy we're not outside at this very moment because the rain seems to be getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah, it seems to, huh?
Not easy for the athletes.
No, I mean, rain can be a factor. The stage itself has a grit material in it that keeps it pretty grippy even in rainy conditions. The biggest factor for an athlete is going to be wet axe handles and saw handles. Mm-hmm. The saw handle especially, that's one. Like the axe handle, if it's a little bit wet, it's wood, it absorbs it, it's not a big deal. But
You very often see there's a little bit of that zinc on there or that chalk as
chalk,
well,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that can help with the grip. But the saw handles, they're made of metal, and they just get a bit more slick.
What about gloves? I've never seen anyone use gloves.
Well, you don't use gloves chopping so much because you need to be able to slide your offhand. Having a glove on your dominant bottom hand, yes, for sure. And then again, in the single buck, your hand is rotating on that saw handle, and you actually want a loose grip when you saw, believe it or not.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that when I'm on the single buck in
Loose
Great
grip.
Britain next time.
Loose grip, Troy. That's the way to do it.
That was a very loose grip that I saw try, to be honest.
Hey, oh, whoa, whoa. All right, Rowan Luxton up against Antoine Estelon. Rowan Luxton's favorite discipline coming up right now, the underhand chop. One of his better disciplines is the standing block chop, so obviously he's good with an axe in the hand. Let's see if he can hold on to the favorite discipline here up against Antoine Estelon, who's got actually a better personal best in this discipline.
And in the French Rookie Cup, those were the two on top of the podium.
Okay.
Athletes, ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, very nice start. I think Antoine might have gotten in there a little bit faster than Rowan did. Rowan looking pretty good. He's not super accurate, but he's got a lot of power in those drivers.
Yeah, and these look like some pretty good blocks. Antoine blew a giant chip out his first hit. That's a sign of a good block.
Yeah, I mean, both of these guys looking like they're going to get through pretty good. Antoine Estelon with a national record, and Rowan Luxton also with a pretty solid time.
Exceptionnel, fabuleuse. Oh, wow.
So Rowan Luxton slips himself into 4th place, just behind 3rd place Antoine Estelon with a 21.53. Antoine with a 19.48. That's 2 national records and a personal best so far. And we always say we love to see those personal bests and records drop always, because that shows signs of improvement as we move along.
It's great validation up there to see the PB or the NR or the WR next to your name after an event.
Validation, that's an absolutely excellent way to describe it, yeah? Never really thought about it that way, but yeah, you know, I always say it's nice to see the improvement, but validation is absolutely appropriate in that case.
And that, by the way, is my favorite sentence.
Both cuts are good.
Yeah.
With you there.
Oh, and look at the joy in his face. These guys really happy to be on that stage.
It's a great feeling coming off a great cut on a STIHL Timbersports international stage. No other stage in the world has the pageantry or the production value we have here. It means a lot. I can see it in their smiles. Those guys are feeling really good.
I was amazed the first time that I saw Timbersports live more than 12 years ago, the fan base and the people in the audience that just went bananas. And this was a long time ago for me, with relation to, you know, where the sport has come to now and the amount of production that goes into it and the professionalism behind that production and all of the pageantry, like you mentioned, that goes into it now. Even back then, there were flags waving, people screaming and yelling and going bananas in the crowd. I loved it from the get-go. It was just, for me, it hooked me right away.
Yeah, and if you think of the wood production, the cameras that are being used to make sure that everything is perfect,
that's some serious salad right there.
Yeah, it's got the chips blowing right out there. Those were 2 very nice blocks. Really seemed to come apart well, and the guys had great axe selection as well.
And that's that grain you were talking about earlier on when we were off.
Yeah, I tend to notice this, and a few other athletes agree with me, that when you see that kind of that discoloration in the heartwood, that marbling, those blocks tend to be a bit softer than the ones that are all white throughout.
I love the details. This is so good to have you
here.
For me, it's a block of wood.
Yeah, our profession is chopping that wood fast, so we're going to pay attention to any factor that goes into that.
So now you mentioned a lot of the times the mullet or the Trojan lid, or as we say from Canada, the hockey hair. But we also talked about a couple of really fantastic mustaches that were out there, and Nikolai Grunwald, one of the best.
Wow.
Yeah. And, I mean, when you have a steezy mustache quite like that, like cut with that accuracy that you see, like you know he's going to come out and accurately cut this underhand as well.
Yeah, he probably used that same axe for his mustache as he's using for the underhand chop.
Yeah, he only has one blade that he uses in his life.
Matt Budd has the national record for rookies for Canada, and he is the Canadian rookie champion, as you see there. Very, very good personal best time of 17.32, so theoretically could take over the top if he stays consistent with that time. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, go!
Both of the guys got a little sticky off those first 2 drivers in, but now it starts to get the pace going. Nikolai Grunwald in the white and red on the far side, and it's Matt Budd switching over to the second side of his block in the red and black Canadian t-shirt there. Both of them on that second side driving in sync with each other. Who's going to get through there first? Matt Budd with a 27.5 and Nikolai Grunwald with a 22.13. Solid times, middle of the pack.
Yeah, believe it or not, Michael Budd's going to have problems with that cut. That should have come off about 4 seconds earlier. That axe was loving that wood. He drove a little bit early. Rather than go straight to his bottom driving blows, if he would have taken one more chip out, that could have come off 2-3 hits earlier.
I also watched him in the practice earlier on. He was sweating bullets over what axe to use. He went through 5 or 6 different axes, just hitting one time into the block.
Yeah, all that selection paid off. That axe was loving that wood. If anything, it loved it too much, and he was burying the axe a little bit, and it was a little bit sticky.
So it very much looks like everything and anything is going to be possible tonight as we take a closer look at the replay.
Yeah, 2 great blocks. Whenever you see a chip completely slab out the side on the first hit, that's a sign of a good block. Neither athlete totally got into the right rhythm there, but they were both swinging with a lot of power. It was very evident in those cuts.
Well, we've noticed a lot as well in the last few years, in particular with Australia, New Zealand, Poland in particular, is the pace at which they're driving the axe into the block. And that basically was a result of the Australians coming on and just like, you know, through the block really quickly. And so a lot of other people have adapted that. And I see that Poland, the Poland team in general, Mikolaj Grunwald, you know, all these guys are doing it as quickly as they can.
Yeah, speed is definitely a factor. Once you watch Braden Meyer chop an underhand, it naturally makes you rethink the pace at which you hit the underhand.
Yeah, it must be horrible to see him for the very first time, just doing his thing. But 2 potential world champions coming up in heat number 6. Camille van Remdonk from Belgium and Awatea Moore-Barrett from Australia. Who's going to go and win this duel, guys?
Toss a coin, basically.
Pretty much. This is our 2 best choppers right here. Awatea will be a bit more controlled and precise in his delivery. Camille is, man, that guy just sends it every single time. If he can cut clean, he'll be right with Awatea. But I'm going to give a slight nod to Awatea just because he's a bit more precise.
And this will also be Camille van Remdonk's final stint in the rookies. He's moving up to the pros either later this season or as of next season official.
Yeah, and he's ready for that for what I've seen. He's already cutting the standing block on the Belgian national team for the World Relay.
Okay, gentlemen. Athletes, ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Great start by Camille, right on the gun.
You can see that pace we were talking about earlier. Camille getting a little bit wild in that block, but Awatea onto the second side quite quickly. Camille about 3 drivers behind him onto the second side of his block. And it's going to be a season's best for Awatea Moore-Barrett, 14.25. And they stopped the clock a little bit too early. I'm going to say that's probably about a 19-second cut for Camille van Remdonk.
Yeah, I think he's still going to be in 2nd or 3rd place, but what a great cut from Awatea. Just the Australian precision that you come to expect. Looks like he did 8 on the front, 7 in the back, made the right decision the whole way through.
I can't keep up with those counts. It's unbelievable.
Okay, congratulations. Both cuts are good.
So it was a good start by both these gentlemen, but a season's best by Awatea Moore-Barrett with a 14.02. That puts him atop the leaderboard in the underhand chop, including the overall standings here, as we are now through the first discipline. Matt Gower and Miroslav Vetrovic are 2 and 3 as we take a look back at the slow-mos here.
Yeah, just a clean, precise, no risk, no frills cut from Awatea. But look, those hits are right where they should be. And he's taken the block apart exactly how it should be taken apart. That's just the block awareness that you get from these experienced Kiwis and Aussies.
Sensational.
I mean, I said to him, do you think the butterflies will go away when you get that first hit in the block? And he says, maybe. So clearly it worked, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he says, unbelievable. Yeah, Camille is not going to be happy with that, and you can see it in his face.
No, and that cut was kind of what we see out of Camille. We see tremendous speed, power, and accuracy, but he gets a little bit ahead of himself. On that last hit, He let himself get off balance, came off the block, had to step back up. That cost him 2 seconds, which is potentially 4 placings here.
Yeah, I mean, he's currently sitting in 5th place right now. So as we take a look at the underhand chop results there with Awatea Moore-Barrett, then Matt Gower and Miroslav Vetrovic in the top 3 positions there. We got 2 national records, a personal best and a season's best in the underhand chop. So validation, as you said, is very good. And we will go on to our next discipline shortly, which is the stock saw.
Oh, yes. And of course, we're going to make sure that you know everything you need to know about the discipline and the tool, and that's coming up right now.
The STIHL MS661CM stock saw is used in STIHL Timbersports as the ultimate test of operator skill. Designed for the toughest jobs in forestry, it produces approximately 7.3 horsepower, has a displacement of 91.1 cc, and weighs 7.4 kilograms. To ensure evenly and fairly matched saws, professional STIHL technicians prepare and test the saws before each competition. Stock saw. After the starting shot, the contestants have to cut 2 wooden discs, so-called cookies, within a 10-centimeter mark, one downward and one upward. The attempt is only valid when both discs have been cut off completely and within the marks.
Time to take a look at the start list for the stock. So we're going to have Matthew Gower take on Matthew Budd, followed by Awatea Moore-Barrett against Miroslav Vetrovic. In Heat 3, we're going to see Antoine Estelon against Rowan Luxton. Heat number 4 is Jeffrey Hübscher versus Adam Urban. In Heat 5, we're going to see Camille van der Remdog take on Simon Obertzaucher. And in Heat 6, Mikolaj Grönwald against Danny Miner. Stock saw, guys. One of those disciplines where things can go wrong.
Pretty much anything can happen.
Yeah. Even though you might think it should be the easiest one, in my point of view, you think that's, you know, that's the one. Yeah, I'll just get that going. But,
yeah, everyone thinks it's going to be easy, and you know, fundamentally speaking, it is. But because of that, you have such tiny margins on things like the start or the transition or the pressure. And it's kind of like a free throw. It can get in your head at times. So look at the athletes who are just generally calm and composed to put up the best performances here.
And it's really about your alignment and not pushing. It's feeling the saw more than anything and making sure you keep those revs up and the tension even.
Correct. There is an ideal RPM for each saw and each individual piece of wood. It's your job to figure that out in about a half a second out.
Oh, brilliant.
And in the meantime, don't flub the start. Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow.
Thank you. Yes.
And make
so
sure
like
that
no
you're
pressure really.
Make sure you're cutting a full cookie.
Yeah.
It is super unique in that context, though, is that, you know, people usually chop how you think they're going to chop. You can be the best stock sawyer in the world. You mess up one little part, you're suddenly in 10th place.
Wow. And of course, the MS661, that's something you can buy in a store. You know, you and me can, well, you try and me can buy that and give it a try, and then.
All right, looks like a good even start by both of the guys. Matt Budd's got a nice thin cookie. Hopefully he stays in that line. Nice transition. Oh, he's cut out though. And Matt Gower, the national record there for Matthew Gower. And Matt Budd is not going to be satisfied with that upcut at all.
Nope, that's one of the things I was talking about there. He started anticipating that transition before it happened, took his finger off the throttle a little bit, had to recut, and then still bungled that transition a bit.
Yeah, you can see it even from this angle. There's a light cut out, and he had to reset and cut again, so he had a complete cookie. He's got a complete cut, but that gives him a problem with the time.
Last place is still better than 0 points.
Yes, for sure.
And Matt Gower with a national record there with 11.15 seconds. So by default, that will put him up into the top spot for the moment.
Yeah, that was a smooth cut. Everything looked to happen how it should on his cut.
I mean, it appeared from my side that both these guys got into the wood nicely. You know, Matt Budd and Matt Gower both.
Yep, it's great. You're gonna see right here. That must have been Gower's cut, but Matt Budd had difficulty right before the end of that first cut.
We should see it on this angle here, hopefully.
Looks like he slipped a little bit there, lost his footing.
Yeah, you can see he cut out twice there and really
lost
had to
his
take a
position
lot of
with you,
time.
Cassie.
He did,
Yeah.
he did. And how you align your body is very important. I go through a consistent routine of measuring where I'm at, where my stance is
I've
at.
learned so much in the last 5 minutes. I can't believe I'm making notes. You know, it's like, oh, position is that.
It's not a difficult event, but it's super technical, and little precise alignments and movements really matter.
And it's interesting to watch too. Some of the guys have these very interesting routines, and the adaptation of the rubber mats has also helped a lot in the last years. You can see them, you know, thumbing and giving the old hang loose from the block to the handle of the saw, and then they'll do a couple of lifts and placements with the saw off and everything. It's very much a mental game as well, right? Knowing that you've got everything just the way you want it.
It is. I equate it to like a free throw in basketball, or even your opening driver hit on a golf course. You have a routine to get a line, get mentally prepared, and you make that part of your competition routine.
Yeah, normally you would say, okay, you hit 10 out of 10, but you don't. And you have the extra pressure, then you have that small slip. And like you said, those small details obviously make the big difference. And if you have to collect points to win the World Championship, this can be really, really painful.
Right, and I've seen in the U.S. in the men's championship final, 12 of us within a half a second. First place to 12. So you really have to dial in every movement.
And that, I mean, it says everything you need to know about the quality of the sawyers that are there with you as well on stage. So it's just the same situation here, you know?
So here are our next two athletes. That's heat number 2, Awatea Moore-Barrett against Miroslav Vetrovic.
Currently in first and third place, I believe. So this would be a very, very important cut for both these athletes.
Yeah, the team world champion of 2025 and 2024. He didn't actively take part on stage, but he was there, and he's used to competing in front of an international crowd, and that might also be a big difference compared to somebody whose first appearance it is in that kind of setting.
All that stage experience helps, and yeah, being the alternate for Australia is still a big deal.
It's not too bad, yes.
There's a lot of pressure in that particular situation if you think about it, really.
Yeah, especially
if two guys from the Australian team go down and you're like, whoa, I got to go and do what?
Yeah, and to fulfill 9 straight World Team Relay Championships.
Madness.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, very nice starts. A little bit of thicker cookie for both of these guys, so it's not going to leave a lot of room for the transition. Oh, but Miroslav Vetrovic has got a beautiful transition, and his upcut is looking clean. But a little bit of an angle change on the saw gave it to Awatea Moore-Barrett. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is exactly what happened. Miroslav was in the lead, had a faster transition from the first to second cut. But you can see, rather than keeping the pressure and angle constant on that upcut, he adjusted it at the top. That opened the door for Awatea.
Okay, congratulations. Both cuts are good.
So Miroslav Vetrovic now sitting in third place in the stock saw. Awatea sitting in second place. That replaces him atop the leaderboard with 23 points, tied actually with Matt Gower at the moment. So those two guys from the Australasian area are sitting in the top 2 positions.
Nice clean transitions from both of our athletes there. Awatea, nice thin disc on that second cut. A thinner disc means less tension on the wood and a potentially faster cut.
It was just that small angle change, and I believe that he brought the motor of the saw up instead of just continuing with the lift.
Yep, you can see it right there. That upcut, you want a constant angle all the way up. That's what's going to keep the most teeth in contact with the wood and cutting
You can
that
see him
wood.
also supporting it there. That's he lifted it up his leg instead of just staying on his leg and lifting the saw up. So that was the difference maker right there.
Yeah, and that's just you know, more experience, more practice cuts, you develop that feel.
From your own experience, how many times have you gone back and looked at your runs in video and said, I could fix that, or here's where I could make a change? Or is that even a thing that that you thought about back in the day?
Just about all the time.
Okay.
You know, I haven't made huge fundamental changes to my stock saw technique, but it really is about putting in the reps, getting that muscle memory so you can go out there and perform on cue every single time. And this is coming from a guy who DQ'd the stock saw in the U.S. Championship last year and got cut from after the first round because of that.
Come on. Wow. Yeah, that muscle memory in any sport is just so important. And as we can see here, no difference in steel timber sports.
Perfection and consistency is possible in the stock saw. I'm up here talking about all the ways that it can go wrong and can be difficult, but there are guys, if you watch, you know, Danny Martin, Matt Slingerland, these guys are spot on, fast starts, fast transitions, even pressure, always in the top 3 of that leaderboard after the stock saw.
So shake hands from our next 2 competitors, Antoine Estelon and Rowan Huxton.
So these guys were on
like you've
deck
seen
with
before.
each other for the underhand chop. They're on deck with each other for the stock saw.
And you see second place French Rookie Cup and first place French Rookie Cup 2025. They must have déjà vus competing at each other. Oh, that comes from
Okay,
the back.
gentlemen, warm up your saws.
Why did he shake his sword?
So that's the old Mike S. shake and bake. Warm
what?
routine. The theory
Athletes,
there is
ready!
that you can
Stand
oxygenate
to
the
your
gasoline
timber.
by shaking
3,
it around.
2,
Air
1,
bubbles in the
go!
gas.
Oh my goodness,
Ooh, we have a
Luxon with a problem. Estelon, he got that chain on there without really getting it moving. Estelon with a nice cut though, 11.71. That's a solid cut for him, and Luxon's going to have a problem with a 15.01. Nevertheless, it's still a pretty solid time. It's going to put him down at the bottom of the list for the moment in 5th place, assuming that he's got 2 good cookies on the deck. But he picked it up and he placed it in with a little bit too much gumption, I think, and the chain just stopped.
Yeah, it was either that or he might have killed the saw when he was reaching down to grab it. Some
okay.
guys, when they're going
Okay,
down to grab that
congratulations.
throttle, their
Both cuts are
thumb
good.
hits the kill switch.
Maybe we'll see that in the slow-mo, and you can really pick a point out where we see that. But that's
But still 5th position.
yeah, I mean, that's not
too
bad. It's not
He had
bad.
the wherewithal to get the saw legally started again, and I believe he beat Adam from the last round still, so he will get at least 2 points.
Maybe we can see it from this angle.
Oh yeah, he didn't
Yep.
even get onto the block.
He,
You're right, I
he
think.
killed the saw reaching for
You
it.
said it.
And I can tell you that's probably one of the worst feelings you can have
Oh.
in timber sports.
But it
His
appeared like he
reaction,
didn't
brilliant.
panic. He just,
Brilliant.
okay, it's off. I got to restart it, and went in there and
Yeah, he did what he was supposed to do, but I guarantee that in his mind, it was his energy and enthusiasm meter went from a 9 down to about a 2.
oh man. Your heart breaks for those situations, but he's got a really nice thin cookie on the upcut, so he did a good job. Antoine looking very good though.
Coming up with the lift and point. Love that. That momentum, the pressure coming out of the saw, it comes right up. Yeah, now back to that Mike Esch shake and bake warm-up.
Yes, please.
No one knows if it actually works. I just think it looks kind of cool, and it's kind of old school, so I do
Yeah.
it on occasion.
Yeah, but if it gives you that placebo effect, why not, you know?
Whatever works. I mean, it's a mental game as much as it is a physical one, yeah?
If something makes you feel good out there, it's probably going to help you saw good too.
We should be careful with that, though.
So 2 more heats coming up. Next one, of course, includes the local hero, Adam Urban, taking on Jeffrey Hübscher.
Yep.
Cute
name.
Yeah, listen to the crowd already getting really, really hyped.
Appears as if the rain is picking up as well. You can see a bit more disturbance on the water out there.
And you mentioned earlier that it was not a problem with the axes, but with these saws, maybe when they're gripping the handle, could that have been a factor in the situation with Rowan where he maybe...
I mean, it's potential that his trigger hand slipped a little bit from the throttle and his thumb hit the kill switch. Yeah, that's entirely possible. And, you know, as it rains more and more, there just becomes a point where there's nothing you can do about the moisture out there. You can't keep your handles dry, and you just have to deal with it.
Have to live with it, yeah. So as promised, the local hero, Adam Urban. Oh, and look at Jeffrey.
Both walking with some swagger there.
Yeah.
I like it.
Terminator style with the shades.
Although there was a little bit of a relief blow from Adam Urban as he walked out. You could see his cheeks puff and let out a little bit of wind there. So, you know, just to get himself centered, I guess.
But Cassie, do you think these are the glasses he's going to be wearing for the cut?
I wouldn't be changing them now if I were him. I mean, as long as they meet the technical safety standards for steel, which it is defined in our rule book, they will be allowed. That's
the same rule book that you read last night before coming to the event today?
All 56
All
pages.
56 pages.
That said, I have seen athletes in the past who mistakenly wore their sunglasses up there, and that results in a disqualification.
Yes, we've seen that.
Athletes, ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So Adam Urban on the right-hand side of your screen, Jeffrey Hübscher on the left. Good start by both. Ooh, Adam Urban with a really nice quick transition. Holy smokes, folks, how quick was that transition? And that's a nice cut from Urban. 10.93 and an 11.58. Two incredibly fast times.
The best time
They're
so
up
far.
in the top 3 positions right there. Adam Urban with #1, and he is pumped, and the crowd is pumped right along with him. And Jeffrey Hübscher moves himself into 3rd place with an excellent cut.
Wow.
Adam Urban was dialed in on that stock saw. Fast start, going for the wide set. That allows you to put a bit more pressure on the down cut. Transition into a great upcut. That'll be a hard time to beat.
10.93, fantastic.
Okay, congratulations. Both cuts are good.
And he is fired up.
Look at that, doing
Yes.
Ronaldo.
That is second round energy if I've ever seen it right there.
Wow.
Well, right now he's in 5th place in the overall standings with 2 more heats to go. So barring any major upsets in these 2 heats, we should see Adam Urban moving on to that next round. We'll have to see. It comes down to, of course, who cuts well in the next 2 heats.
Right.
Let's watch this again here.
Fast start, clean entry.
Beautiful.
Immediately finds out how much pressure to put on the saw.
I love this transition at the bottom, though. Barely even thought about it.
Really fast.
Yeah.
Really fast and clean.
And sometimes when you see those really fast transitions, they're like a little too far over, cut the line. I mean, like I said, barely even thought about it. It was a beautiful upcut for Urban, so fantastic run.
And a great heat for the audience.
Oh, yeah.
See on the upcut there, Hübscher was a little bit angled off center. And when you're not going straight up and down, that does take more
You're cutting
time.
a little bit more.
This man loves his details.
It probably added at least 1/10 of a second to that upcut.
Yeah. Oh, I love those pictures. Beautiful stuff. Heat 5 and 6 still to await. Camille van Remdok taking on Austria's Simon Obertzaucher. That's the next one we're going to see. But for the moment, as we have on the screen now, Urban before Gauer and Hübscher. That's our top 3 in stock saw.
So we can hear Laszlo enjoying some time with the audience out there. I wonder if he's doing some giveaways in the rain.
It seems like it.
So Belgium is renowned for their stock sawyers. Let's see how Camille comes across with the saw in his hand. He has a chance right now. He is currently 8 points in. If he does well here, he could theoretically jump among, you know, the top 2, top 3, if he gets a good score.
Well, he definitely wants to get some points in this discipline and not lose contact to the top 2.
This is going to be a critical cut for Camille. Again, he has so much speed and power, and he wants it so bad. I hope he can just stay composed on this cut, because again, it's, you know...
His national record is 9.34, so that says quite a lot about his composure with the saw in the hand.
Right,
We'll
and
see.
you know, smooth is fast in the stock saw. I would expect a good cut out of Simone here as well, being coached by chainsaw legend Robert Ebner.
Okay, gentlemen, warm up your saws. Athletes, ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Oh, good start. Camille and Simon both. That's a fat
Pretty
cookie for Simon. Holy
Big
moly.
miss for Simone there. He's going to have to thread the line there.
Camille van Rendonk, 11:59, walks away from it, and that is a solid time. 4th place in stock saw. Is that going to be enough to get him up among the top 6? Yes, it is. 4th place in the overall standings as well, and he's a little bit relieved there because I think he was probably doing the math in the back there before he came out on stage.
I love those reactions. Beautiful.
I loved how he stepped away from the block and turned and looked at his screen.
Yeah, probably the most common reaction by an athlete after the stock
Okay,
saw
congratulations.
is one of relief
Yeah.
Both cuts are good.
that event is over now and you didn't screw it up.
But mostly, if you didn't screw it up, I'm sure.
So Simon Obertaucher is currently in 10th place. That is not a good spot for him to be in right now.
You can see Camille had a little bit of a bobble on the top of the log there. Wouldn't cost too much time, but it's not how you want to start.
It's a little bit of a head game as well when that happens.
Yeah, and you know, I can't tell you why that happens sometimes, but things happen so fast in the stock saw, you just need to deal with it. The bolt cuts look good after that. You can see that Simone had a bit of a bobble on the upcut there. He didn't have a whole lot of wood to work with because that first cookie was so thick.
But he did a great job keeping it thin, so
He did. He has two on the deck
kudos to him, right?
and is getting those points.
That is a fat chocolate chip cookie right there.
Oh, wow.
Great upcut.
Whew, have to be really careful on that one. Oh, beautiful pictures.
The stock saw is over. Look.
And then the smile.
You can see me do that twice a year at the
Yeah.
US Championship.
We will definitely look forward to seeing that. But we've got one more heat coming up. Nikolai Grönwald and Danny Miner. Both probably not too happy with the first discipline, so let's see what they can achieve now.
They've got their work cut out for him. Daniel's in a position where he almost has to be in the top 2 to even get the points to potentially make the cut.
I mean, we're dumping the bottom 4 guys at the moment now. So
Yeah.
Nikolai Grönwald and Daniel Miner. Nikolai has 5 points from the underhand chop. Daniel Miner 1 point from the underhand chop. So he basically needs
He's
to
out
be
of it, actually.
yeah. I mean, he needs to win this with a full 12 points if he wants to have a chance.
Yeah.
And then even then, he'll have 13 points that'll get him into position 8 at the moment.
He does run chainsaws every day, working at the Great Alaskan Lumberjacks show. So it's and he practices in the rain. So it would actually be really fun to watch him go for it here and get it.
And of course, Mikolai is also very used to this discipline, being part of the national team. That's his thing. So
correct. This is where all that stock saw practice has to pay off for these two athletes.
And the national team won against the U.S. last year. Jacek Grunwald was their stock sawyer in that case. So, you know, Mikolai's got pedigree in that case, if you want to think about it, really.
oh, this is where everybody's sitting backstage and they're getting their pens out and starting to put all the numbers together.
Yeah.
You can see a bit of sunlight on the castle there as well. Things might be clearing up for us here.
I think we're faking that.
With some BFLs, right.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
So I'm curious to see what Daniel's personal best is in this discipline, and if that's something that the tail of tape will give an advantage to. Let's see when these come up. So that's pretty good times for both of these guys.
Yeah.
And if they can get even close to that, you know, under 10 seconds or just at 10 seconds, then there's a good chance that he could get the points that he needs to stay in this competition.
A factor that could come into play here as well is that these saws are warming up a bit more each round, and it is cooler. In hot weather, they can get too hot. I think right now they should be at their peak performance.
So perfect temperature for, all right.
So we may
A perfect temperature for stock saw
Okay,
glory.
gentlemen.
Yeah, yes.
So we may see a
Warm up
good
your
situation here.
saws.
Let's hope for the best for Daniel Miner.
Oh, this is going to be really tough for some of the guys.
That is an
Watching,
amazing
counting,
picture.
doing
And
the
there's
maths.
maybe that rainbow on Daniel's side of the stage is also going to be a factor here. Let's see.
Stand
Here we
to
go.
your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good start by Mikolai Grunwald. Daniel Miner's got himself a fat cookie. Oh, he came very close to the line on the upcut. And, oh, 10.75. He's got the fastest time. Will it count is the question.
And is it going to stay at 10.75? Because Adam Urban has 10.78. Oh, this is so close.
I think he did it. I think he has
I mean,
the
usually
cut.
we're seeing the times get a little bit faster when the
But not always,
competition
not always.
control
Most of
center
the
gets
time.
involved. But the question here is he
Did he
over
stay
the
within?
line?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oftentimes when athletes are close, you'll see him checking the log and looking, and he didn't give it too much time there. I think he's,
None at all. He's like,
I think he's getting ready for the standing block.
oh, yellow flag.
How about it's
But
on
not with,
Mikolai's?
no, with, yeah.
Interesting.
Should note to the fans that just because a flag has been thrown, that doesn't mean that a DQ is.
Yeah, it's just a
pending.
warning that they're going to look at it. And you could, we could see here the under review is cut line or a question mark, so that's what they're looking at right now. For me, it looks like the line is more or less still there. I would say both cuts are good, but it's a judging decision.
So we made a video review for stand A for a potential cut line. However, both cuts are good.
All right, so that means Daniel Miner has, in fact, the fastest time with a 10.57. He's got the fastest time in the stock saw, which he absolutely needed. So you mentioned earlier, it's really tough to come and you know, gain the points that you need in stock saw. He's done exactly that. And that means that he is currently sitting in 7th place in the overall.
Wow.
And he's moving on to the next round.
I can't imagine a situation where you have more pressure in the stock saw. It already has enough pressure to go out there and clean, to go out there knowing you have to win the event to advance.
Oh, you can see there, he pulled the, I saw what happened there. The tip of the bar went in too far and he didn't get the complete cut, so that cost him a little bit of extra time, but great job by Daniel Miner. It looks like in that case, then we're going to say goodbye to Mikolai Grunwald, Simon Obertzauker, Matt Budd, and Rowan Luxton, unfortunately. We are losing 4 going on to the next round, right?
Yeah, and something to notice there is all 4 of those athletes that didn't make the cut had problems.
With
in the
Daniel
stock saw.
Miner in the stock saw event, he was the quickest man on the field. three hundredths of a second quicker than all the others. How did you feel yourself out there?
Felt good. Knew I had to go for it after the first event, so that's one of my strongest events, so I really just went after it.
What are you waiting for from the next events?
Just really looking into dialing in the chopping a little bit, trying to figure out the sawing a little bit stronger, and then hopefully can move on to the last event, the Springboard.
Are you feeling the love of the American crowd?
Yeah, always feel the love over there.
Thank you very much. That was Milner from the stage. Back to the studio.
Very calm and collected, this young man. Right?
Yeah, that's a tough task, not performing the way you wanted to in the underhand and then having to pull out a stock saw cut like that. He should be very proud of himself, right?
Yeah, that's a huge cut for him as well, because you can see here, top spot in the stock saw with Adam Urban and Matthew Gower in 2 and 3. We'll take a look here at the overall standings, how that's going to change things,
that's
because
the important one, yeah.
That's the important one to see who's going to be sticking around and who's moving on. So Matt Gower, Awatea Moore-Barrett, and Antoine Estelon will be the top 3 there, and then Camille van Remdonk, Adam Urban, Miroslav Vetrovic, and Daniel Miner. And then we have one more, and that is going to be Jeffrey Hupscher. So we'll see Jeffrey Hupscher moving on to the next round. Unfortunately for Rowan and the remaining guys in the bottom of that list, we're going to be eliminated as we move into rounds number 2 and our next set of disciplines.
And the points really still make everything and anything possible. Very close together, you know, and I think we're in for a real treat in this next discipline.
Yeah, for sure. And it's going to be interesting to see how things progress, and especially with Daniel. You know, you saw that calm, cool, and collected athlete in the interview on stage just now. What's your feeling that it's going to be for him for the rest of the way?
Well, I would equate it to, you know, he just tied up the score in a hockey game and he was down by 2. And he's going into his best event. That momentum matters, and he definitely has that on his side right now.
Yeah, and I mean, that's going to be a big boost to his confidence as well, coming off of a really not the desired results in the underhand chop, and you mentioned that as well. He's going to be super unhappy with that, and as he mentioned in his interview, he said, I had to go for it, and I went for it, and it worked out for him. It could have gone pear-shaped, but it worked out for him. So Daniel Miner is in the next round. So now the points go up a little bit. There's fewer guys to battle. There's fewer rounds, and it gets a little bit more exciting as we move on as well.
Yes, and with the double and triple points in the next 2 rounds, any of these 8 guys could come out on top.
It's going to be an interesting next couple of rounds as well. So the one that I'm really looking forward to, because it's something that's been more consistent over the last little while, is the last 6 guys going into that springboard, because you know, the springboard has been kind of left out of the rookie competition for a long time. And now that it's in there and we're seeing guys get on that one springboard and really hammer away, Camille van Remdonk has the springboard world record. Is he going to be able to do that again? We're going to have to wait and see until we get there. But in the meantime,
first we have the standing block chop.
We have the standing block chop.
And everything you need to know about this discipline, well, that's coming up right now.
Standing block chop. At the standing block chop, the felling of a tree with an axe is simulated. A vertically positioned wooden block with a diameter of 27 centimeters has to be cut through from both sides. A powerful and precise swing with the axe is the premise of a good result. One of those battery systems.
Athletes remaining, yes. We're into the standing block chop. What about that discipline? What do the rookies need to look out for now?
You know, and again, in these first 2 chopping disciplines, the underhand and the standing block, don't try to win it just yet. Go out there and cut like you know you can cut. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it collected.
That's what I always tell Troy.
Keep it calm, keep it cool and collected, and then I just lose it anyway. It never works. I get a little wild in these shows, right? Because it gets so exciting.
Yeah, we have a bunch of great cutters again. Look to Awatea out of Australia and Matthew Gower out of New Zealand to really be the guys who go out there and chop like a pro, not a rookie.
And let's not forget Camille van Remdonk was part of the Belgian team, and he was cutting standing for the Belgian team. So, I mean, this kid is an animal, as you mentioned. He's a little wild, but it's fun to watch him.
He has an awesome standing block swing. I love his mechanics. I love the energy he puts into the axe. Hopefully he can deliver a nice clean cut today.
And that's our 4 heats. Jeffrey Hübscher taking on Danny Miner in the first one. Miroslav Vetrovic against Adam Urban in the second heat. Third heat consisting of Camille van Remdonk and Antoine Estelon. And finally in heat 4 we're going to see our Teemu Barrett take on Matt Gower. Wow. That's going to be good.
I was watching Camille do a couple of practice swings in the yard back here earlier, and he really, really works that technique and that mechanics a lot.
Yeah, the standing block is a much more dynamic movement than the underhand. That's where you see the true athletes really shine. Daniel Miner and I had the pleasure to train a bunch last week up in Ketchikan, Alaska, and I can truthfully say that he beat me in more standing blocks than I was beating him.
Seriously?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, so this is a great event for him. I know that he didn't love the way his axes were testing earlier in the day, but that's just something you got to power through, go out there and cut your best.
Yeah, and he's got the momentum now.
He does. Great stock saw cut. That's a huge win.
So maybe it's good that he was in the last heat and now in the first heat, you know, just to take that energy into the competition.
I'm not so sure that's how he planned it, but you know, that's an optimistic way of looking at that floaty.
Well, thank you.
I like it.
It's a roll of the dice kind of mix between
Okay, gentlemen.
the listings here. Here we go.
Athletes, ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
It's like Daniel's going to go for an 8-hit pattern on the front. I know a lot of these guys were thinking, do I go 8 in the front or do I go 6? 8 is definitely the safer bet. He's at least halfway there. Looking for him to start driving here.
Oh, wow. Great personal best from Daniel Miner. 14:21. Jeffrey Hübscher got a little bit more material to go through there as that one slab needs to come off and clean out, or maybe it doesn't. Hey, there you go. 24.45. That time is definitely going to change, but Daniel Miner, you mentioned it. Great standing
Great
block.
cut. Look at how beautiful that scarf is. The classic pig's ear formation where the hinge wood is shallow on the near side, really thick on the far side.
I don't want to say I called it, but I called it.
Okay,
That momentum,
congratulations.
guys.
Both
Brilliant.
cuts are good.
No, that looked really, really nice. And he's got that rain you talked about from Alaska. You know, it seems like he's setting in fire.
75% of his training takes place in a strong drizzle, just
No
like
way.
we have
A
here
strong drizzle.
today. Yeah. And this is actually tropical for Daniel. That drizzle in Ketchikan, Alaska is about 45 Fahrenheit.
It's surprising he's wearing long johns. You know, he should be there in shorts.
But no, he's got a nice big arc. You don't have to be a big individual to have a big swing in the standing block. Daniel is showing how that's the case. And if anything, on his backside, he potentially overcut the back. If he would have gone one up and then started driving, I think he could have potentially had it one hit earlier. But again, you don't win the competition yet. You just stay in the mix.
Yeah, there's still a little bit more to go, but he's made it now very difficult on the other athletes that are coming up with a beautiful 14:04 time. That's also a personal best for Daniel Miner, by the way, and that puts him in good stead. I don't think that he can go backstage and go, okay, here I go, but at this point he can look at this and go, all right, I'm not bad, and I've still got one more discipline in round 2 that I can work on in the single saw, so, you know.
And a great comeback after that first
Yeah.
round.
Yeah, he has a
Absolutely.
lot to be happy about, and you know, no one should be thinking too far ahead. I always try to tell younger athletes, take it one event at a time, focus on the one event coming up, put all your focus there, and he can do that now with the single buck and know that he's in a good points position.
Crowd going wild again. It's Miroslav Vetrovic and Adam Urban.
The clear crowd
Right.
favorite.
Yeah, no doubt about it, huh?
And anyone who likes showmanship, I mean, his stock is rising in my perspective as well.
Tail of the tape for both of these guys, pretty close, 5-second difference between them, with Adam having a 23 even best and Miroslav with about 28 and change, 25 and change, excuse me, 25.87.
Okay, gentlemen. Athletes, ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Getting right into it. Miroslav Vetrovic with that long, lanky set of limbs of his is looking pretty good, but Adam Urban nice and quick to the other side, although he is slightly behind Vetrovic here, but he might have it. One more driver is going to do it. 19.62, a personal best for Adam Urban, and he is stoked about that, loving the energy that he's getting from that crowd.
I mean, to give the crowd a personal best, what more do you want?
And I wonder how much influence Botans Deutsch has with this young man, the legendary Hungarian chopper.
Congratulations. Both cuts are good.
Good times for both of these guys, actually. So.
Solid cuts that should hold up for decent points. Miroslav got a little sloppy on his scarf there. You can see some big steps where he's not hitting the axe in the same place every time. Adam looked a little bit cleaner, but again, he potentially overcut the backside. This wood's coming apart a bit easier than the guys may have expected.
So it looks like Miroslav's going for pace more than he is for accuracy, and power, of course, as well.
Yeah, he just, on his up hits, he doesn't have quite the slope you want. He's not getting the body low enough.
Wow, look how close that was.
Adam had a nice stance and a nice swing, but again, just not as smooth in the movements as you'll see from guys like Matt Go or Awatea or Daniel Miner in that.
But their reaction.
12/100ths
so
of a
good.
second difference between those two guys as well. It's just real close. Well, there's a picture for you. Maybe there's a pot of gold for one of our boys at the end of the rainbow here, eh?
Yes. I mean, Harry Potter used to be.
It's magically delicious.
or a giant dish of chicken paprika.
Or that.
Oh, yeah.
right?
Which I had last night, and it is quite delicious.
So, Troy, we know what we're going to do after the show.
Oh, yeah. Search for the
find
end of the
the pot,
rainbow. All right, heat number 3 coming up between Camille van Reemdonk and Antoine Estelon. I'm really looking forward to seeing that one because I got to say, I'm a big fan of Camille van Reemdonk since I've seen him as a young man, you know, hanging out with his grandpa at these events while his grandpa participated, and then himself participating, and his grandpa is always there with him. I mean, it's a really lovely story between these
And the
two.
way Camille talks about his grandpa is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's so great to see those two guys.
Yeah.
Brilliant characters. And Camille, I mean, I can't believe he's only 19. He's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
mature and so focused. Great actor.
And you never see a cell phone in the possession of either of these two guys when they're together. They're just talking with each other, you know? So
Like in the good old times.
there's hope for the future. There's hope for the future. Look at that national record, 10.70. Whew. Speedy.
That's fast. He is rocking that Gen Z Belgian Euro mullet there.
You mentioned this earlier, yeah.
Which scientifically does add 10% more power.
This is like the Achilles heel, right? Just don't cut it off and you're good to go.
So time under 10 is possible, you know, with that hairstyle.
Big kudos to our camera crew on stage as well, capturing those amazing images
Okay,
with that
gentlemen.
rainbow in the background. The rain has finally
Athletes,
stopped, so
ready.
it's looking beautiful
Stand
out there. Here we
to
go.
your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Ooh, sticky axe for Camille. Antoine Estelon looking very good as he's getting clean. And but that stuff is just flying off for Camille van Reemdonk.
Camille went for
Antoine Estelon, and he's on his second side already. Could this be a good time for Camille? It's not going to be his fastest, but it's going to be a solid time. Second place behind Daniel Miner. Antoine Estelon struggling a little bit there with a 22.52.
A very aggressive cut from Camille. He went 6 on the front, 2 up, 2 down, 2 up, whereas Miner went 8. And yeah, he has just a nasty swing. There's no other way to put it. Just a dynamic, fluid, getting all that rotation from his legs right up through his midline.
I think a
Okay,
lot of that knowledge
congratulations.
about how to use
Both
that
cuts are
core
good.
comes from the fact that he does shot put and discus in track and field as well. So you know, very much of that comes from that.
Lots of people don't know this, but the throwing sports in track and field have the most athletic carryover to timber sports of any other sport that
Which makes sense.
Yep, it's all that rotational power.
Look how deep he is, though. On
Wow.
those.
Wow.
He got a really sticky axe on that first one. He had to wedge it and get it out of there.
You know, and that may have had nothing to do with axe selection and just how far he's burying the axe into the wood.
Look at that shot right there. Fantastic.
Love it.
Somebody's going to give that cameraman a bonus. That's some angry hitting right there. Oh, you wanted one more. Ah! Those are those moments where you kind of go, eek.
Yeah, you know what? And he kind of lost the win there. He perhaps got a bit aggressive on the backside. It looks like he just went 1 up rather than 2 up. If he would have tried to go 6 on the back there, he could have had that a hit or 2 earlier.
Imagine that.
And you can see here, this block also split in the middle. So a lot of that power that Antoine was putting in there was being absorbed by the block bending away, right?
Yeah, what could have happened there is he might have thrown one of his down hits in at too steep of an angle, and the wood's so good it didn't have enough tension to keep it together, and he split it. And yeah, you don't want to have a split block. That absorbs some of your power each hit after that.
So it really is a finite amount of angle, like you say, presenting the axe correctly to the wood to make sure that you're not, you know, skipping off the block on your upcut or cutting down and into it and splitting the block on the down cut. There's a lot of it's almost like science that goes into this.
It is. Each block has a magic hit pattern that if you deliver the axe correctly, it'll come off
hit pattern. I like that.
as fast as possible, and that's why, you know, in the more experienced guys, especially in the rookie division, the Southern Hemisphere choppers, they seem to tune into that magic hit pattern more often.
Talking about the Southern Division of rookies.
Yes.
We've got one more heat coming, and that's Awatea Mubarak against Matt Gower. So that's going to be another big one, and that might, just turn everything around.
Yeah, I would expect to see these guys cut these blocks in the 12s here. Get ready for it.
So we're still only in the first discipline of our second round here. We have 8 athletes currently participating in this second round. We've got to go through this final heat in standing block, then we move on to the single buck. And at that point, after the single buck heats are done, we're going to lose 2 more athletes. So we're carrying only 6 athletes into that final round and the springboard. So we know that we've got some good cutters coming up here. Is there a way to make up that points in that single saw, or is that another one of those sawing disciplines where it's like,
You know, it's possible, but the single buck is just not an event that you try new things in. You want to go out there
Yes.
and
routine, right?
Yeah, you know, the only 2 events where you can really change stuff up and go for it in the rookie division here is the standing block and the springboard.
But you got to make it to the springboard.
You have to make it to the springboard.
Awatea Moore-Barrett and Matthew Gower coming out next as we get our last heat ready to go with these beautiful images.
And I can really feel the tension now, guys.
Yeah.
I'm starting to... We're getting into the decisive phase of this World Championship. Let's see if they can feel it. Don't recognize any tension in the faces.
Saw a little bit of breath out there from Awatea, but nothing that would make me say, yeah, he's really in trouble.
Worried.
You know?
Now, and Awatea, he's been making the big finals at the big standalone wood chopping competitions in Australia. You know, he's been in big finals before, and that'll show in his cutting here. Probably looking at a 6-hit front from Awatea, and if the block is good, he could go as few as 5 on
Okay, gentlemen. Athletes, ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good start. Chipping nicely by Awatea, and he's got pace as well. Both of them to the second side quickly. Matthew Gower looking good on that second side, chipping out nicely. Oh, wow! A season's best by Awatea Moore-Barrett. 10-6-7, and he moves right to the top of the rankings with that. What a run, and Matt Gower, not a slouch there either, 13.47. Whew.
Yeah,
That is
personal best,
madness.
second best time.
Personal best.
What
and
a heat.
And the funny thing is, the season's best 10.67 is not even Awatea's best time.
No, he must have heard me say that he'll go 6 and 5 there, because he went 6 and 4. Five was one too
I'll
many
prove
for
it
him.
wrong.
Good. That was one of those things. It's it's not doing what he's saying. Teenagers, right?
Great cuts from both athletes.
Yeah, very, very good. National record for Matt Gower, by the way. Very nicely done.
And importantly for Matt Gower, who was in the lead, he only lost 1 point to.
Oh, look at that slow motion.
Beautiful.
Welcome to Budapest. Welcome to STIHL Timbersports. Wow.
I love the start by Awatea here, though. Look at that stuff exploding out of that block.
Every hit is calm and composed and going exactly where it should be.
You call that calm and composed? Whew. Okay.
One up, one down, and then he's going for it.
Beast mode.
Unbelievable.
Phenomenal cut.
A little bit of a sticky axe there. What a shot, though. That background, that sky. Oh, man.
The golden hour colors have really come out for a gold medal performance.
They are in that. We've gone,
Nice.
We've gone past the blue hour, and we're in the golden hour, yeah?
He knows it. He knows that no one was beating that cut.
Not today.
All right.
So one more time, let's take a look at the standing block chop results. And again, seasonal best, national record, personal bests. Everything you want to wish for, we've got it for you guys. And that's the one we're looking for, the big fight for the trophy.
So no major changes there, actually. Matt Gower stays atop the leaderboard. Awatea Moore-Barrett in second place. Camille van Remdonk, nice move up by him. The one that's nice for me is Danny Miner.
Yeah, I mean, he was on the verge of elimination, and now he's in 4th place.
Yeah, very
still
good
in the
job.
mix for a championship. Great comeback by Daniel.
And we still have one more event in the second round, so there's still a chance for him to improve. But like you said, don't want to make any changes going into the single saw. And the single saw, like, Sterling calls it the misery whip, right? That's very, very true if you're not making really clean cuts, right?
The 2-meter-long cross-cut saw used for the single buck discipline is made especially for competition. A series of consistently patterned 10-centimeter-long teeth are cut with a laser on one side of the saw and then hand-sharpened. Saw teeth are divided into 2 types, cutters and rakers, just like on the old-school saws. The saw weighs about 5 kilos and its base price starts at around 1,500 euros. Single buck. The single buck is a one-man saw about 2 meters long. With this, the athletes have to cut off a complete disc of a 46-centimeter thick wooden block. The perfect interplay between rhythm and strength is the key to success.
So who's going to survive this second round? Who's going to make it to the final discipline, the springboard? These guys are still remaining. 8 athletes competing in 4 heats. Jeffrey Hübscher taking on Danny Miner. In Heat 2, we're going to see Miroslav Vetovic against Adam Urban. In Heat 3, Camille van Remdonk against Antoine Estelon. And finally in Heat 4, Awatea Moore-Barrett against Matt Gower.
We should point out, too, because we do have the Champions Trophy this weekend, but this is not an elimination type event. This is only about getting the speed and the points while you're on stage with the other guy. The eliminations come after each discipline. So if you're just joining us on the live stream and our live feed, we are moving into the second discipline in the second round with 8 athletes remaining. And in this round, it's going to determine which 6 athletes are going to move to our final discipline in the final 3rd round, and that is the springboard.
Very well said, Troy. Thank you.
Thank you, I appreciate that. I'm here for you.
Just like in American football, they say defense wins championships. I strongly believe that in timber sports, sawing wins championships.
This makes sense.
Yeah, you know, people usually chop how you think they will, but in the sawing, you know, everybody is just one hang up away from being, you know, at the top of the event
You're
ranking
just one hang up away.
to the bottom.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And it's really true because in the rookies we've got 2 sawing disciplines, and in the pros we have 3. You know, and that last sawing discipline, the hot saw for the pros and the individuals, that can be a real bear.
Yeah, I mean the difference between a DQ and a world record cut can be the width of that line sometimes. Anything can happen in sawing.
Okay,
That's what
gentlemen.
we love about the sport.
Athletes, ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So rookie world record for the single buck is 9.01 seconds. And Daniel Miner looking really good here as he's getting down close to the bottom of that block. Jeffrey Hupscher got a little bit sticky on the bottom, and Daniel Miner's got himself a PB at 12.26, and Hupscher with a 13.74.
Tough one for Hupscher.
Yeah, looks like he
Got
had
stuck like 2 or 3 times.
two clear hang-ups there, and yeah, you know, hanging up the saw, it just really, your momentum is shot after that. Mentally, it's hard to recover. Danny looks like he had a nice clean cut here, which means something, especially with that wet
Okay,
deck.
congratulations.
If,
Both cuts are good.
And a personal best just to underline the quality of that.
he's on a roll right now.
He is, and he needs this roll, absolutely.
Harnessing some of that double rainbow energy that just presented itself here for us. Over a medieval castle, wow.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better than that.
Yeah.
If you want really and truly fantastic images, that's a perfect example right there. Like
Sensational.
Jeffrey Hupscher with a cute background.
Yeah, I feel bad for the media guy at STIHL. They're going to have to redo all their imagery after Budapest here. Get that rainbow medieval castle energy
Absolutely.
going.
Or we'll just have to start doing more medieval castle events, right?
But look at Dynamite.
Yeah, Dynamite was Dynamite in this one. But I could say it's safe to say that Dynamite exploded in the stock saw, really. That's where it came all together for him. And now it's just about, you know, staying consistent and staying active.
And getting those personal bests in.
That doesn't hurt.
Yeah, not at all. Oh, look at that. Beautiful Budapest.
An interesting fact about the single buck is that no event takes as much energy to do as the single buck.
Yeah.
If you did all the timber sports events for a minute straight, you'd have the highest heart rate by far after the single buck.
Hey, maybe I should single buck on a regular basis to get my heart rate up and lose some weight, huh? All right, next up, Miroslav Vetrovic and Adam Urban will be coming out, and you heard the announcement from our announcer on stage there, and the audience just immediately erupted.
Well, Troy, you always refer to it as the misery whip.
Well, I only took that from Sterling Hart because he called it the misery whip, but it's absolutely true. And I mean, I've done single buck with an M-cut saw, and you know, I can attest it can be no fun. I mean, I really like it, but it can be no fun. I did a media race in Great Britain, and you know, I won, of course, but it was painful.
These saws are actually some of the most delicate piece of equipment we have out there. Say you happen to run through a knot in some of your training wood. That can demand a full refile of the saw, and there are only 3 guys in the world that do that.
Wow. And they're not really cheap, are they?
About $3,500 right now.
Is that all? Whew,
That's all.
get me too.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And a good athlete is going to have 3 to 5 of them, usually.
Okay.
A rich athlete.
Yeah, a big impediment to the rookies sawing is actually having 2 saws that run similarly. One you can use for training and one for competition.
Competition one.
Not everybody has $7 grand to invest right at the start of their timber sports career.
especially if you don't know if that's going to be a career, right?
That's a great insight, Troy. No, it's true. Young athletes ask me all the time, what's some advice you have for developing a good timber sports career? And I say, find a job that pays well and gives you time off to train.
Yeah. In Germany, that would be called joining the military.
Okay, gentlemen. Athletes, ready.
Stand to your timber.
All right, here we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Miroslav Vetrovic and Adam Urban. Oh, Vetrovic gets a really sticky one. Adam Urban's got the flow going. He's got it sticky as well. Want to keep that saw as straight as possible. All those angle changes are really causing problems for both of these guys, so this really comes down to experience, doesn't it? Adam Urban with a 16.07 and Vetrovic struggling on the bottom of this cut with a 22.78.
Yeah, Vetrovic there, just he doesn't look comfortable with the single saw. And that might be the case that he doesn't have a training saw that he can use nearly as much.
But what do you do in a situation like this? You're just stuck. I mean, the whole world seems to be against you.
Yeah, you have to go out and do the event. If you don't, you get disqualified. But yeah, that's just...
Okay, congratulations. Both cuts are good.
Yeah, and Adam had a mostly clean cut there. Did have one hang up, but again, you know, just not sawing with ease like we've seen in past heats.
Yeah, and it puts him in 3rd position in single buck and 2nd position in the overall. But I love the focus. I love the focus of this guy.
Yeah, he's really using the audience to his advantage in this event. And you know, it's really working well for him.
He looks like he's having fun out there.
Yeah, and why wouldn't he be having fun? Everybody's cheering for him, and he's got a bunch of fans on his side. Oh, what happened there? A little slip?
A big slip, if you ask me.
Yeah. That explains why he was looking at his hand. I think he might have cut his hand on
Yeah. Something that can happen, it's happened to me a few times, is on a push stroke, when you hang, that hand can come off the saw, bash into the metal on top, and that's blunt metal, but it still can be sharp. I had to get a couple of stitches one time, actually.
I've often wondered, and I've asked several athletes about this, would it make sense to have a handle that actually rotates in the stock so that you can stay gripped firmly on the handle instead of having that loose grip and still be able to move the saw back and forth. But then if I think about it, in just moving my hands here now, my bottom hand moves opposite to my top hand, so that wouldn't make sense, would it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of interested, though. I do like testing new.
Maybe get a prototype done by.
New
equipment. I just wonder if the handle itself rotates in the block, then you could...
you know, that's true, because my hands actually, they'll rotate around the handle as they're coming back.
Well, these guys don't have a rotating handle, but we wish them the best of luck anyhow. Camille van der Remdonk and Antoine Estelon, our 3rd heat in single buck.
Just a little side conversation there that went pear-shaped on us as well.
There was a gentleman once that made a spring-loaded handle, and he claimed that it gave him extra power, but no one believed him.
And the results
a little
neither,
bit
right?
like the water-powered car. He got disappeared.
Yeah, well, he actually did win a world championship in a 2-man sawing event, so I think people completely discounted him.
I'm trying to figure out how a spring-loaded handle would look and work, though.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. You want that energy transferring, not being tamped down.
Yeah. It's like sprinters. You want to be able to put that foot on the ground and have that power transfer directly into the ground. You don't want to have, 7 inches of faux padding there.
Okay, gentlemen. Athletes, ready.
Stand to your timber.
There we go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nice start. Both these guys got their saws moving nice and clean. Camille van Remdonk looking very good. Antoine Estelon nice and clean as well. Oh, just at the bottom, Camille van Remdonk.
He's not finished.
He's got a little piece left there.
Back for it.
He's going back for it, is he? Oh, it's a lot there. He's got to really work on that, and that's going to be a huge problem for Camille, and you can see the disappointment on his face
That
He
would have been
twisted
an
that saw a little bit
incredible
too much.
time.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
He really did have a good cut going there. He started slow, which is okay. You want to be delicate with that top wood. In the middle, he started giving
faster
it.
and faster.
The belly of that saw was mowing through the wood, but he just must have lifted up a little bit too much on that last push stroke. Broke the
Okay,
cookie
congratulations.
That really hurts.
Both cuts are good.
Look at the disappointment on his face. Yeah, he knows it. And it was a massive tongue at the bottom there that he had to cut off.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
not easy to cut off.
That's just what you see from Camille, is that he goes a little bit too hard and brings a little bit too much sometimes.
Yeah, if he can dial that in just to the point where, you know, he's got that perfection, he's going to be a dangerous competitor in the future. But I think that also comes from a little bit of more experience, right? He's going to step into the pro ranks, and nobody's going to give him, you know, a yard of freedom in the pros at all.
Yeah, I mean, when you're 19 and you have a mullet that's as bad as that, you know, that, like, you have to send it to 11 every time.
But that was a bit unlucky as well because,
Well, if you push a bit too hard on that short wood, you put too much tension, and a raker catches itself. That happens.
boom.
On the last two strokes of the block, I'm actively thinking, like, keep the saw moving, keep your angle changes minimal.
And this is the worst part right here. He's got to set that thing and then cut that last little piece off. I mean, there's a 10-second penalty right there just having to do that.
Yeah,
because he's at 19:26 right now, and he could have been at about 10 seconds.
Yeah, there's no way to do that fast. You have to put your fingers inside the dull gullets of the saw, lift it up, balance it on a 1 inch of wood, and then do short baby strokes to
horrible.
finish that final bit of your cut. It's a
And
position
Camille doing baby strokes is unheard of.
not possible. not physically possible, actually.
Yeah.
Well, he still managed to get the 5th best time so far, but of course we have one more heat coming up.
I mean, he's still safe. He's among the top 3, so, you know, if one more heat, both these guys are faster than Camille, he's still among the top 6 moving on to the next round. So we'll see Camille going on to that that springboard. It's just going to be about, you know, who Awatea, Moore Barrett, and Matthew Gower kick down into bottom 2 positions with good single saws here, assuming they have good single saws.
Yeah, and I expect Awatea to cut well. He is a great single butt cutter. He's in the lead. I expect to see a smooth, consistent cut like he's been delivering all day.
I mean, his personal best, the official personal best, is not that good, but of course we all know he's capable of, cutting a great time.
Right. And yeah, both these athletes have a chance to make this kind of a 2-horse race here. If they come out at the top, they should have enough distance between Daniel Miner and Camille to kind of be a 2-horse race in the springboard.
There's our drone view from over the castle as we come back down towards our floating stage here at Heroes Square. Amazing.
Beautiful.
And this is used as an ice arena in the wintertime, which is amazing.
It's great.
Yeah, here we go.
Athletes ready!
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So, Awatea, ooh, he started off with some gentle strokes at the top, but then got a little bit overzealous. And Matt Gower with a 10.29. That's a fantastic run. And PB 11.85 for Awatea Moore Barrett.
Best two times.
2 best times in the competition so far. Matt Gower atop the leaderboard in single buck as well as in the overall, with Awatea in 2nd place. And Daniel Miner, by virtue of a great time in his single buck, is sitting in 3rd place in the overall ranking. So Daniel Miner has come from a dreadful start into the top 3 positions here.
Both cuts are good.
And we're coming into Daniel Miner's best event, the springboard, worth triple points.
Yeah.
But so Cassidy, you said it, we're into this 2-horse race now with 51 points for Matt Gower and 47 Mo Barrett, and then 10 points behind that Danny Meyer.
Yeah, Daniel is still in it technically, but it's kind of like he needs to get first and Awatea needs to get last, or Matthew.
Matt, yeah, he's on top at the moment. But we'll take a closer look at the slow-mos, and then of course we have the ranking of the discipline and the overall ranking for everybody, so that we know who's gonna make it into that final discipline.
There's that misery whip rearing its ugly head.
Awatea is just not totally stretching it out. He's short stroking it a little bit. I'd like to see him put a bit more in on that push stroke, lean into it.
Yeah, he's a big boy too. He can step back from that block a little bit more and really utilize his power and his core strength to get that saw moving, I think.
Bit more fluid over here from Matthew, using more of the saw, and handled that shortwood perfectly.
Not too bad.
Not too bad at all.
So here's the results one more time. So that's what we're looking for, the overall standings, because the second round is over. We're only taking 6 athletes into our final discipline.
No changes in the top 2 positions, top 3 actually. Camille van Remdonk moves up into 4th place, and Adam Urban in 5th place.
And now we have an interview.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are here down on stage with 2 great Italian champions. One of them is Marta Poletti, who is taking part in the first ever Women's World Championship tomorrow. Marta, turning back to you first. How are you feeling here in Budapest?
Oh, I'm feeling great. It's such a cool location. We love the people. We love being with all the athletes. It's amazing, yeah.
Do you have many Italian fans with you?
Yeah, there's Alessandro's family and friends and my family and friends, yeah, looking, and we're happy for them to be here, yeah.
They have all made the big journey from Bormio to Budapest. Which discipline are you looking forward the most?
I don't know. I'll just try to do the best I can. Maybe the underhand, yeah. It's going to be good.
It's going to be good. Okay, all right. Now turning back to Alessandro Ciapponi, who is with us. And as I remember, or as I heard, you are a married couple. So what's happening next time?
I don't know, but I'm really happy to be here with my wife and competing this stage. It's awesome. It's really awesome. The view, it's incredible. So what I can deserve more than that? So I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, that must be a special feeling as a couple to compete in 2 different World Championships. First time for your wife and for you also a big event tomorrow.
Yeah, really big event. We're really happy to be here together. Yeah. We're proud to be here, like, as a couple, yeah.
Who is better in which discipline between the family? Who is the quicker one?
This is a hard question, this one. No, we train together and we try to do our best every time, so we are both good, I think, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. We are really, really happy to welcome you here in Hungary. Grazie mille. Now back to the studio.
Grazie mille.
Grazie mille, hey.
I like that.
Getting international out here, eh?
Yes, and it's a big, big weekend. We've got the Women's World Championship tomorrow for the very first time.
Yeah.
And of course, the World Trophy. So big things coming up. Make sure not to miss out. But guys, one thing I also want to talk about is not just the competition time, but the off-season. Is that something that's important? Or how important is it at the end of the day?
I mean, championships are built in the off-season. You have to be training, you have to be refining your gear, working on strategies to get those overall timber sports points. It is essential to a successful season.
You agree?
Sure. No, I mean, really, it's like you see it in all sports these days, whether it be football or hockey or rugby or timber sports. The athletes are taking time to make sure that they're fit in the off season and because during the main season, you're traveling so much, you don't have a chance to do a lot of the things that you would normally do to train and make sure that you are fit. So making sure you've got that fitness level and you peak, which is key, is peaking at just the right point so that you're not gassing out, especially an event like the trophy that we're going to see tomorrow. It's a busy, busy event, and you've got to be fit and ready to go. And in the meantime, we'll take a quick look at the clip that talks a little bit about the off-season training, which you guys can also watch on YouTube.
Springboards, our final heats. Who's gonna be the world champion? We've got 6 more athletes competing, and in the first heat it's gonna be Antoine Estelen against Adam Urban, followed by Camille van Remdonk against Danny Miner, and then in heat number 3, our TMO Barrett versus Matt Gower.
Should point out that Camille van Remdonk holds the world record for the rookies in this discipline. Recently achieved that at the Rookie Academy, which was a surprise to everybody. But no surprise is that Camille van Remdonk is a wild man out there. So, you know, as we say, no given, and he just went for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see a world record today, and he's actually in a position where the win might not be attainable, but a super awesome world record in the best timber sports event there is could happen. So I think he's going to go for it, and that's going to be a fun heat to watch.
And you also mentioned that Daniel Miner, this is one of his best events, so theoretically speaking, he could also do very well, perhaps even drop a world record here, knowing that the pressure is on, and this is absolutely his weather.
Yeah, I mean, he's in 3rd place. He wants that podium. That's his best event. He's got great momentum going right now. Yeah, that's going to be a very fun heat to watch between Camille and Daniel.
Yeah, I mean, 2 guys that are really at the pinnacle of this discipline here in the rookie division. You know, it's going to be interesting to watch that one go down.
Both are great athletes. They're really good at the springboard.
And everything you need to know about the springboard, well, here it is.
Springboard simulates the traditional way of felling trees by climbing up over thick branches. First, a notch, known as a pocket, is chopped into the log. The springboard is then anchored into this pocket. Now the athlete will climb up onto the springboard to chop a 27-centimeter wooden block from both sides at the top of the log.
And it's getting dark outside, just in time for a final discipline.
I wouldn't say getting, I'd say it's fairly significantly dark outside if you look outside our door here. All right, first heat, Antoine Estelen against Adam Urban, and again, Adam Urban takes the long strides to get out there onto the deck ahead of his competitor, to the cheers of the local crowd.
He's having a day, I believe, that he only got into this competition because he is the home country athlete. Here he is in the final round, putting the springboard.
Hey,
hats off to Adam Urban.
Absolutely, hats off. All the power to him there. He's done a fantastic job as a, we'll call him the default athlete here because of the host country. And I think he's definitely proved that he deserves to be here, not just because he's the default athlete.
Very much.
He's chopping and sawing like he belongs here.
Absolutely.
Good on
There's
him.
no doubt about it, and very well done. I'm excited to see this heat.
And he's celebrating like he belongs here.
Yeah.
Good man.
He should do so. This is his time to shine.
There's no better place to celebrate than atop that springboard. So fingers crossed he has a good cut here.
Adam is still young,
gentlemen.
18 years old, right? So
Athletes, ready!
Stand
he's showing a
to
lot
your
of
timber.
resilience here.
3, 2, 1, go!
How many hits, Cassidy?
Well, 4 hits is a perfect pocket. 6 can make it safe.
And we're already 9 hits there by Adam. A little bit of house cleaning, and Antoine is already up on top of the block and working.
Adam has a good board. Well, Anton's sagging. He's close in. He won't be able to get full power in his swings.
So that could give him the advantage, Adam, because he can step back on that board to feel more confident with the power that he can put into it.
Correct. He was about 5 or 6 seconds later getting up here, so we'll see.
I think he's overtaking him now. Look at that wood.
These blocks look harder than what they were chopping in the standing block for sure. We might not get a world record today.
So Adam needs to switch to that awkward angle backside, which he's done now. Antoine Estelon is close to getting there, and he is through in 106.48, but good job by Adam to catch up in a 109.75. So pretty solid run given the fact that he had 9-10 hits to get that, or 9 hits to make that pocket. House cleaning got in there about, you said about 5 seconds behind.
Yeah, I mean, like you can tell that this is a newer event for both these guys. They weren't totally comfortable in their stance, chopping the pocket. Neither looked super comfortable up on top of the board, but hey, they made the springboard. They made the final round at a Rookie World Championship. Good on them.
Okay, congratulations. Both cuts are good.
Yeah, and no matter what happens here for Adam, this was a very, very successful weekend for him, without a doubt.
Absolutely. And a very enjoyable one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he should enjoy this. Every scream from that Hungarian crowd is for him.
I'm going to give him the unofficial gold medal for bringing the energy.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Having some showmanship out there.
Yeah. And that's also a big part of it, right? You know, that showmanship.
For me, it was all about making it fun, keeping it fun. You saw me in Prague there about 7 years ago, going ham every moment I could.
Yeah. You can see here, Antoine had his board set, but the sag was evident right away.
The classic, the board goes in at a good angle. Once you put some weight on it, it's there. Wah, wah. Yeah, and that forces you to get up close to the block, and then you have to arm chop it, we call it. You're basically using your upper body only. You can't put your legs into it.
T-Rex chops, huh?
Yeah. Chopping with those short little arms.
Oh.
That was
hard work.
Almost into the screw there. You don't want that.
Still having a good time.
Sometimes just finishing a springboard is worth the celebration.
I could see that.
And his coach was happy too, so that's always nice to see. This one though, between Kamu van Remdok and Danny Miner, is also going to be very interesting because there's a 7 points difference between the two.
Yeah, you're going to see two guys here who are very comfortable swinging on that springboard. Daniel Miner does it every day in Alaska, and yeah, I mean, he wants those points to stay on the podium. Camille wants to make a statement that he can bring
his
it.
Discipline, yeah.
Camille is a no-fear kind of competitor as well, which we've been noticing in the last couple of years. He just doesn't care. Yeah, he just gets out there and does his thing. And I think for the springboard, okay, yeah, it's a one springboard, so you're not that far off the ground. But as he progresses to the second springboard, I think that's going to play a big role in how well he does in this discipline. Because he just doesn't seem to mind the damage and the danger that is evident in this discipline.
Yeah, and that's kind of what you need to really be a good springboard cutter, is you need to lose that fear factor.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you right now, you're not going to see that in these two guys at all. They're gonna be jumping right up onto that springboard. No gingerly walk up onto the stand. No stepping on it. They're going to jump right up there and start launching off their back foot, whether the board is good or not.
And to tell you the truth, there's not too much to lose. I mean, we're talking about a podium, but you have to be fast to claim that medal, and it's all or nothing.
Yeah, and I was talking to Daniel, this is one of his best events, and this is the point of the competition where you really throw it out there. He's in the bronze medal position right now. He wants to keep that. But he's thinking, hey, if I have a great cut, and Matthew
points,
or...
he's got 55 points at the top if he's fastest today. That would put him in 3rd place, assuming...
Yeah, and if he can get first and Matthew and Camille can sneak in between him and Awatea, then he's looking at a potential, silver or gold medal. Yeah.
And let's not forget that Camille holds the world record. So this is going to be a really, really exciting one.
So if you're Camille, if you're in Camille's head, are you going world record number 2, or are you going...
I would go for
just
that.
Go fast.
Absolutely.
World record number 2.
Full send world record.
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's 7 points behind Dynamite, so he has nothing to do.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
The first place is his only chance at a podium position as well. Full send. Let's go.
Oh, I can't wait for that heat. I love it. And 2 great characters,
I mean, Camille would have been in a much higher position were it not for the ugly single buck, because he's been pretty consistent throughout the day. 3rd places in underhand chop, stock saw. I think he was 2nd place in standing block. And the only thing that really put a pall on it was his single.
Athletes ready!
Stand to your timber.
Well, he's vibrating,
3,
you can see
2,
it already.
1, go!
4-hit
He's
pocket
going
for
on
Camille.
4. See if the board is good.
Oh, it looked good for the moment.
Well, he's got a flat
he's
board. Looks
going
really nice.
Daniel's board's got a little bit of trouble. It didn't come down to a taper point in the end, but that should hold up for the rest of the chop still.
There's a huge split in Camille's block, though, but he's choosing to go to the other side pretty early, in my opinion.
Yeah, the good wood, he's going to get it here in 1 or 2.
Oh, one more. There it goes. 35.56, no world record, but that is a solid run for him.
That is a very solid run.
Danny Miner closing in on 50 seconds here. Will he do it in time? Oh, I think he might drop down a time a little bit because that clock stopped a little bit later than when that block went. And I think we might see 49 and change for him when they adjust things, but that's a personal best either way.
In any case, yeah.
Yeah, that pocket just didn't hold up for Daniel. He had about a centimeter of wall wood in the back. You want to see no wall wood back there. That just doesn't create a tight fit on that springboard.
But like you said,
Okay,
Camille just went full send on that one.
Both cuts are good.
50-40, the time stays. So 36.65 for Camille, a little bit of an improvement there. So that is really the time to beat right now.
Yeah.
Camille has set the bar pretty high, or in this case, the springboard pretty high, to the other athletes to be able to get in there. It's 1 more heat to go. Awatea Morbarrett and Matthew Gower, as our fantastic stage crew comes out here and gets things changed over for the next heat.
So Matthew Gower already has a medal, that's for sure. But that's the only thing that we know for now.
Yeah, that wasn't the best cut for Daniel Miner, but because he beat the athletes in the first round, that may have locked up the bronze for him as well.
Those little irritating threads that are holding on, that must
But it's
drive
the
you
second
nuts
line,
as an athlete, yeah?
Single buck here,
Yeah.
there's... Yeah, he's sipping his tea.
I like it.
Same.
I like it.
He likes it too. And the crowd loves it.
All right, last heat of the day. It's going to be an interesting one. So at the moment, Camille van Rendonk owns 3rd place and that 18 points.
So an interesting development we have here is that Gower is 4 points ahead of Awatea. 3-point differential in this event, so Awatea is going to have to beat Camille and have Matthew come in behind Camille in order to get the win here.
Oh, interesting is right.
Yeah.
I'm not a math guy, so I'll let smarter people deal with that stuff. But yeah, right now, Daniel Miner holds the top spot with 52 points. Matt Gower, 51 points, and his heat is still to come. So that's going to be a very solid situation for him. He just basically needs to have a cut. And Camille van Remdonk sitting in third now, having a full 18 points here. I can't imagine anybody's going to be faster than Camille. So it's going to come down to see how Matt Gower and Awatea Moore-Barrett do here in this discipline. Awatea currently sitting in fourth place with 47 points. So again, for him, you know, he needs to have a solid time to get among the medals. It's just going to be interesting, like you say, Cassidy, is to who gets to where.
Correct. Also, just doing some.
You just made it even more complicated for me.
I know, but that's my job. I'm here to make things as complicated as possible. Ask my wife.
If you guys want some more
please.
lumberjack math here, I'm looking at it, and hypothetically, if Awatea and Matthew both cut in between the time of Camille and Daniel, Camille can still get on the podium in the bronze position. That's the power of triple points.
Yeah.
Springboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, guys, this are beautiful pictures. My brain is trying to calculate the different possibilities. I just want that heat to start so we know who's going to be the new rookie world champion. Oh, wow.
And that stage is really phenomenal. Something about that wet wood that makes it look like a polished roller disco floor.
It's got a nice shiny gloss on it.
Yes.
From rainbow to the shiny gloss to a final heat. Australia versus New Zealand. Awatea Moore-Barrett taking on Matthew Gower. Whew. That's great pictures.
All the guys on stage waving at the waving at the drone as it goes by. Lucky they didn't have brooms.
So the crew making sure that everything is perfect for this final heat.
And the tension mounts coming into this final heat here. A lot of adjustments going on that right-hand side.
Just 4 points between Matt and Awatea.
Looks like they're having trouble with one of the secure bolts.
Yeah, better take your time and make sure that everything...
It's very important to have the stand completely screwed down correctly. There's a lot of pressure. When those heavy boys are out at the end of a springboard, you get a lot of torque on that stand.
And that's also what I love about STIHL Timbersports. You know, it's not just, oh, we need to make sure that everybody's out on time. And so, no, we need to do this properly. We need to make sure we have perfect conditions for our guys going, especially as this...
Well, it's a safety aspect. It's a big deal here. You know, this is not tiddlywinks, yeah? These guys are dealing with some dangerous pieces of equipment out there, and if one thing goes wrong, it can be hazardous.
Every single competitor's meeting starts with the safety talk. Our #1 goal is to keep the crew and the athletes safe out there for the day's performance.
We never received that talk.
We did not.
What happens if something goes on in here?
It's the original extreme sport. It's the final heat of the Rookies World Championship 2026. It's Awatea Moore-Barrett versus Matthew Gower.
And our two leaders are looking as calm and collected as ever, and I expect to see conservative cuts, because again, you know, it's not so much winning it as it is not losing
Driving it home, huh?
Yeah, I mean, they're in the lead. They want to keep those top 2 times.
So their coaches are back there going, guys, cut your pocket, get the board in, cut the block. That's it.
That's
Don't
pretty
stress
much
about
it.
it, yeah?
Make sure your pocket is solid. If you need to put 1 or 2 more hits to make sure it's a good pocket, do that.
All right. 10 more seconds to go before we get our warning and start. There we go.
Okay, gentlemen. Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
So like you mentioned, they're taking a little bit more time for that pocket. Matthew Gower got up there in, I think, 7 hits. Awatea.
Yep. And that's a good board for both of them.
Yeah, Awatea's got a solid board as well, so he can really utilize that power that he's got. Matt Gower is up there looking very good on that first side as we get this drone flying around the perimeter of our stage here. Oh, nice, beautiful close-up shots there from our on-stage cameraman.
Camille's time was 36.65. Not going to reach that.
Awatea already on that second side, struggling to get through there, but he's got a 47.4 and a new national record for Matt Gower with a 41.01.
Oh, wow.
Great times.
It does not get much closer than this, guys.
But folks, you know what?
1 point the difference, right?
Camille van Remdonk is a bronze medalist.
He is.
That is sensational. That is crazy.
By 2 points over Daniel Miner, so that's how close that race was. Matt Gower is your new rookie world champion, and Awatea Moore-Barrett 1 point behind him in silver medal position.
If both cuts are good.
If both cuts are good, we're not official just yet, but I'm saying.
Okay, congratulations. Both cuts are good.
So there we go. It's official. National record for Matt Gower and a personal best for Awatea Moore-Barrett. Fantastic runs for both of these guys. Very well executed. Conservatively cut, as you mentioned. So, yeah, absolutely on point.
And not only a national record, but a world championship title. Wow.
It's a great performance from Matthew Gower all day.
Yeah.
Consistent, clean cuts, all 5 events. That's what wins Steel Timber Sports Championships.
Yeah, what did he have? Second in the underhand chop, third in stock saw. He had second in standing block chop, first in single buck, then the springboard with second place. So, I mean, that's a really, really consistent, solid performance throughout the day.
Top 2 in all premium points events.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Well deserved. And still only 1 point the difference between gold and silver.
Yeah. And that's the way we like to have it. It's close,
yes.
It's exciting, it's fun to watch. And you can see these two guys, they're loving that moment right there, both of them on stage, looking at each other, arms up in the air. It was a great heat.
And Laszlo, hopefully very soon, will have an interview with the new rookie world champion for us. And we're happy to take a closer look at the final
Look
rankings.
at that time difference of 40-50 to 40-55. Like, holy moly.
And let's hear it for Camille van Romdonk.
Yeah.
Sending it in the springboard, getting himself onto the podium.
And let's not deny Daniel Miner his kudos as well, from where he was to where he is. I mean, 4th place, not podium, but he did a great job.
But 0.5, like you said, imagine Moore-Barrett up there. But Gower, he is the new world champion, and we've got him talking live to Laszlo right now. So here comes your new rookie world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here down with the new world champion on stage, Matthew Gower from New Zealand. What a show for the last heat. Matthew, take us through your race. What happened in the last heat?
That last heat, it was, a lot of pressure on it to get the job done. Just knew I needed to go out and put a good pocket in and get up on that board, and I know I can cut strong up there if I get a good board. And
Were you ever worried that what happens if you're going to make a podium or the World Championship? How did your race go altogether?
Yeah, altogether I'm stoked with my whole performance. I stayed consistent over the whole show. You can't ask for more than that, yeah.
In New Zealand, you have really great champions, past and present. What's your future?
Yeah, hopefully it's a big one. Jack's next. Try and take him down.
All right, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's your new world champion, Matthew Gower. Back to the studio.
the gauntlet thrown down from Matt Gower towards Jack Jordan. Jack's next. Arr.
Yeah, but I think he meant Jack's next tomorrow to claim the
still,
title. That's your interpretation.
How do you interpret that, right? Fantastic.
The newfound confidence of a newfound champion.
There you go, right? Rookie world champion. Fantastic run.
Sensational. How close was that till the very end? So one of the best competitions we've ever seen. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's been a fantastic day here in Budapest, but it's not over yet. We still have our award ceremony coming up, and then tomorrow we have our Women's World Championship.
The very first one?
The very first one ever at 4 o'clock local time, and then at 7 o'clock local time, we have the Champions Trophy, my all-time favorite format. I love it. It's tiring for the guys, but it's worth it to watch it, so do tune in again for that as we get set up for our award ceremony here on the main stage in a second. Cassidy, what are your thoughts on today's action?
Well, I was really happy to see that we got 5 solid performances from our gold and our silver athlete. Usually
certainly did.
Five solid performances gets you the win. For I would tell you today, it wasn't quite enough. Matthew Gower brought a little bit more speed in the
0.5 seconds in the last discipline.
Yeah,
that made the difference.
And that got him the win. It was a great race to watch all day, and then having Daniel and Camille kind of jump each other for third and fourth. That was fun to watch too.
And hopefully fun to watch is the winners ceremony. We've got our hashtag STIHL TIMBERSPORTS for you guys. If you've been to Budapest, if you took some pictures, if you made some videos, if you found new friends, well, we'd love to know. We'd love to watch that. And hashtag Kiss My Axe. That's the one. If you took a picture of Troy, for instance, make sure to add that hashtag. We'd really enjoy that. And like you mentioned, I mean, be part of tomorrow's competition day. It's going to be amazing. For the very first time, we're going to have a women's world champion and then the world trophy at 7. Yeah. Maybe Jack is next.
10 fantastic women are competing tomorrow, and I believe we have 16 guys competing as well tomorrow, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's head over to the main stage for our award ceremony.
So, ladies and gentlemen, now let's start with our official award ceremony for the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Rookie World Championship. First, let's celebrate our third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Belgium. Okay, let's see. Sorry, come on, guys, come on. Let me welcome our all podium finalists. So now are coming our podium finalists. Let's make a big round of applause. Come on, guys, come on. A beautiful evening here in Budapest, and 3 worthy winners of the podium places. And now we can welcome our podium finalists. Let's give it up for third place and winner of the bronze medal, representing Belgium, Camille van Random! Second place. Not yet, okay. There is your medal, come on. The medal will be presented by Katalin Nagy, head of the STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Hungary. Nagy Katalin, a STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Magyarország vezetője adja át az érmet Camille van Randomnak, ő tehát a bronzérmes. And now, second place and the winner of the silver medal, representing Australia, Anatea Moore-Barrett. And the medal will be presented by Mr. Marcin Borkowski, head of STIHL TIMBERSPORTS Eastern Europe. A díjat Marcin Borkowski adja át, a kelet-európai igazgatója a STIHL TIMBERSPORTSnak. And now, first place, winner of the gold medal and Rookie World Champion 2026, representing New Zealand, Matthew Gower! And the medal will be presented by Patrick Resseman, STIHL Sales and Marketing Eastern Europe. A díjat Patrick Resseman adja át, ő a STIHL kereskedelmi és marketing igazgatója Kelet-Európában. And that's not all. Here is the trophy for the winner. From New Zealand, Matthew Gower. Trophy will be presented by Gábor Bakon, Managing Director of STIHL Hungary. Érkezik tehát a trófea, Bakon Gábor úr adja át, a STIHL Magyarország igazgatója. And in honor of the winner, now we hear the national anthem of New Zealand. Come on, let me hear your voices. And now, gentlemen, you can start to celebrate with the champagne! So, come on, all athletes on stage. Give it up once more to all our athletes for giving us a great show. And now we are giving back you to the studio. Thank you very much. Have a good evening in Budapest.
Crazy. Love it.
Great images, great action, great sport, great athletes. Gotta love those three guys on the podium. And Camille's obviously been practicing with his granddad how to open those bottles quickly and get that champagne shower happening instantly.
He definitely had the best time on that, if you ask me.
Yeah, fastest time ever, for sure.
Brilliant stuff.
Nice.
Great way to start into this Budapest weekend. And we've got so much more coming up tomorrow, guys.
Yes, we do. We have the Women's World Championship tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. local time. And then after that's done, we're going to go straight towards the World Trophy, which is going to be super exciting. It's a format unlike what we've seen today. One of my favorite formats.
Cassidy will join us tomorrow again,
Cassidy's going to be here again tomorrow.
Or did we scare you off?
I'll be here for all the action, and I'm looking forward to it, you guys.
It's going to be really fun tomorrow. It's going to be a busy day, and it's going to be a lot of great action tomorrow.
And talking about great action, here are the highlights of the day, and hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow.